Yeah, you'll be in Australia soon. Don't worry.
Soon.
All the snakes and spiders are getting prepared. What? Yeah, man, Flame, you keen? 60 multis, you gonna do them all?
Hell no.
God.
Someone has to.
I can't wait to be the defender that 60 multis is a good thing against all four of you. I'm keen to fight that.
The only good thing about 60 multis is for the fucking people that go over 30.
There
They
we
don't have
go.
to do the
There we
prayer
go.
pulls.
Now he's
What are they
clear.
called? The void?
Yeah,
What
me.
was it?
The
I'm
void
a
lord.
void. I'm a void lord. Oh god, it's gonna be a long.
That's so disgusting.
It's gonna be a long ep, so we might as well just get started. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to episode 137 of the Good, Great, Perfect podcast. I am here, joined by my esteemed co-hosts of Flame, Knight, and Todd, and joined today by a special guest. You know him. He's been around. Fuck Stump. It is Stump Dig. Yeah! Chow, what's going on, man?
Fuck that guy.
Going on, boy.
Fuck that guy,
It's
man.
a beautiful day to be talking 11th anniversary with the wonderful GGP boys.
Absolutely.
So I'm very excited to get in this one.
Stump's at work, so if he mutes in and out, yeah, that's it. We're not cutting the mic, you know. But we might have to.
This man dedicated.
We might have to, you know.
Yes, sir.
He's got a kid. He's got a wife. He's got everything, man. He's a whole ass man, you know. Unlike us, we're kind of jabronis, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, Todd's got a wife. That's cool. What are the other three of us doing, man? Knight's on Digimon.
I don't know.
Flame's playing fucking Mass Effect. I'm doing diddly squat. Oh man. But I mean, like, anniversary aside, you know, that's going to be the main focus. Hopefully, if we have some time, there are some few off-topic stuff, but you know, we'll see how we go for time. I don't want to hold these guys hostage for any longer than I really need to. But you know, as we always start, Knight, yeah, how you been, man? What's been popping? What's been happening, man? Talk to us before we get into 11th Annie stuff.
It's been alrighty. I've been alright. I haven't played Digimon in a while, so.
Oh my! Already,
I
he got it at the very
What
start of
else,
the app.
I have a special for you. I haven't been playing Digimon, but I've been playing Digimon. Well,
What?
Game Corner.
Oh shit! In the game corner.
Oh,
Okay,
game
we
corner,
pivoting.
alright.
We pivoting. Grass is green. Sky is blue. Knight doesn't play the Digimon TCG anymore. All things are right with the world. Anything else? How's work? How's the rest of life going? What's happening?
Oh, it's fucking dog shit.
I feel you, dude. I feel you. Don't worry. I feel you, man. Oh my days. Very cool, man. Hopefully things start perking up a little bit. Fingers crossed, man. Fingers crossed. Todd, how you been, man? What's popping, man?
Yeah, things have been not too bad. Chris and I have been playing a couple different games. Carissa's been playing some Blueprints. She's been getting really into that.
Very cool game.
So we actually played it together.
Yep.
Up until like we got to the final room. You open it up, and then there's actually like way more puzzles that you need to
Like,
solve.
what the hell?
And at that point, I was like, you know, I'm kind of done with this for now. But then Carissa's like going like
I'm locked
hardcore
in.
into it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, she's like borderline addicted to it, I think.
It's a cool game.
Yeah, no, but it's been good. It's been a lot of fun. And I've also been given Expedition 33 a go.
Okay, how's that been going?
That's been
Yeah.
Let's go.
actually pretty good. We'll
Sweet.
talk more about it once we get to the game corner, I think.
Yep.
But I don't know, Flame, you were talking about you were thinking about jumping on it. I don't know if you've given it a shot yet. Or not.
So
back.
I'm still playing the 100 line game I was telling you guys about last week.
Yep.
First of all, that game's long as fuck. I'm like 80 hours in, and I think I'm gonna be on it for like 3 more weeks.
What?
Like
Oh
that
my
game.
God.
Oh my
No.
days.
Jesus.
Oh my god.
But other than that, yeah, not much has really been happening.
Very cool. Very cool. Flame, pass
We've
it
got
to you,
Mother's Day
mate.
this weekend.
Yep. Yep.
Yes. Other than 100 line, my monitor bricked.
Sweet. That's awesome.
Damn.
I was playing 100 line, screen just went black. Whole monitor wasn't responding. I bought new wires, it wasn't working. So now I have a big boy monitor now. My
I
monitor
got a big boy monitor.
Hey, yo.
got that 240 hertz 4K
Damn.
TV OLED.
Oh
Damn.
my days. It's been going to fucking cinema. What the hell?
Yes. And this shit is crazy. I'm seeing colors I've never seen in my life.
Come on, dog. Come
But yeah.
on, dude.
But besides that, we're doing good.
That's good. That's good. And then finally, Stump. What's been happening, man? We haven't heard from you in a minute. What's popping? Tell the world what's been going on, man.
It has been a minute. Lots been happening. I recently got engaged, so that was very exciting.
Woohoo.
Oh.
Yeah, I know.
Old
And then
ass.
yes, pretty much. And then besides that, we've been chasing the little man around. To be honest, he's an adventurous little guy. I'd say that much. He's 7 months and he's trying to walk already. So me and my partner have been hustling and bustling, trying to baby-proof the apartment 5 months earlier for some of the stuff he's trying to do, which has been chaos, but been good chaos. And then Mother's Day this weekend, so first Mother's Day. So got got big shoes to fill. Yeah. Gotta live up to expectations. So I'm trying to plan some stuff for her tomorrow. So that should be fun.
Damn, man.
Should be fun. But what about you, my friend?
Man's living life, bro. I'm doing the complete opposite. I'm doing a diddly squat, man. Work sucks. Life sucks. Fucking Treasure Cruise sucks. Grass is green, sky's blue. What's new with Captain Smelly, mate? Nah, man. It's been all right. We got okay. Just chipping away at work, which has been good. Like a bunch of people on my team are just leaving, so now I'm just in basically Mayday situation 2.0. I don't know if you guys remember like all those other stories I used to tell like years ago. It's like the same thing's happening again, man. So like
oh no.
Yeah.
Maybe the common thread is you. Maybe it's
I think it is. It low key might be me, dude. I might have to just like start my own thing, dude. So we'll see. I don't know. I've been like kind of perusing jobs in Japan a little bit. I haven't like committed to anything just yet.
Ooh.
But there's a few things that have opened up that I think I can apply for. So we'll see how like time pertains and what kind of happens. But if that happens, that'd be really cool. But again, I'm just putting it out there in the universe to hopefully manifest that into reality at some point, which would be very exciting. But without further ado, though, I was just checking the audio levels there. For a second there, I thought my mic wasn't recording. I was going to kill myself live on podcast, but we're good. Don't stress. Without further ado, though, it's a little thing called the 11th anniversary around the corner. A couple of bits of information here and there. All of us fucking flunked out when it came to our character guesses. By the way, we all got absolutely washed in terms of that. But
they always subvert expectations.
They really did. And then this time they chose some dog shit characters. Like they're just not. So I guess we just kind of like.
Where are we starting?
I think I'm just going to start at the very top. You know, we'll just go from the very top. So we had the announcement video, which provided a plethora of information, but we got the official announcement of the 11th anniversary units being Luffy and Zoro and Sanji, a Kizaru unit, an anniversary exclusive Nami, and a 6+ anniversary exclusive Zoro. Kind of a funky choice, given that later on down the line we're going to talk about another 6+ Zoro coming as well, which is kind of weird, but whatever. But I guess we'll just start at the very pinnacle with Luffy and Zoro and Sanji. What's the vibe, Todd? What's the go with that jabroni?
I'm kind of pissed that it's Luffy, Zoro, and Sanji. They're just trying to make it so that like you can't use Zoro and Sanji with them, pretty much.
Yep. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's kind of annoying. But overall, just what's that?
I think it's a balancing act.
Correct. Yeah, I 100% agree. I'm not a big fan of the fact that like you can pull each of the characters' art separately. It's like the same ID. It's like literally the same unit, but it's like 3 different artworks. It's kind of weird how they've done it. Honestly, I don't really get why they've done it that way.
Yeah, 100%.
Kind of odd.
Yeah.
But like overall, my first impressions are the character is extremely strong. Like huge unga bunga damage. Captain ability is very strong. Special ability is very good. I think the special is like the highlight of this character overall. I like the fact that they do have a lot of damage, but the captain effect reminds me a lot of the New Year's Luffy that came out, the strength one, where it didn't really have it had utility, but it wasn't until you like jumped through like 10 different hoops in order to get it. Whereas like this character, characters not having utility in the captain, I really dislike that because it makes just using them really difficult, or you have to hybrid them up with really weird units sometimes. So they kind of make up for it a little bit with a really cool utility effect in their special, and their EX super is very strong, but and the super tandem boost, of course, we'll touch up on eventually is kind of interesting. But what were your first impressions of the Luffy Stump?
I was the huge fan of the Luffy, Zoro, Sanji. Pretty much what you said though is the big problem with the character. Like Zoro and Sanji are just chucked there to balance out the unit and say, okay, because we've added 3 characters, we can just sort of go balls to the wall with the abilities. But when I first read the kit, that overriding effect they do, the massive attack, massive orb buff, the overridable color affinity, that they can synergize with like Shanks and stuff like that. I was just like, damn, like this character's gonna hit so damn hard. And so like like I understand damage cast still a thing, but like even at level 1 for the abilities, like this character's just gonna get you there like so easy.
Yeah. Absolutely. I think I want to start on the first talking point of the illustration thing, because I think that's a very interesting like design choice with this unit as a whole. So I guess for everyone else, like the whole idea behind this illustration process is that you can pull the unit. There's 3 units. They all have the same captain special abilities in overall, but there's 3 units. There's a Luffy, there's a Zoro, there's a Sanji. If you pull one of them, you will get the unit. So you get everything to do with the unit is combined and no worries. But if you want to get this so-called illustration, which is like this like large-scale image of like all 3 of them plus the straw hats in the background, you have to pull one of each and then feed them together to like get it, which is just
that's the dumbest shit I've ever heard.
really like stupid. Like I'm so glad that they're like, if I pull Zoro on part 1, I have the unit, so I don't have to worry about the illustration per se. But like I'm so glad that they went down that route as opposed to being like, oh, Zoro has one part of the kit and then Luffy has one, like, you know.
Oh, that would be so bad.
I would have liked it though, like if like there was a bit of a power up though if you put all 3 of them together. Like I know that that's probably like illegal potentially. Actually, probably not. But like it'd been cool if it was like if you pull any of the base, any like Luffy, Zoro, or Sanji, you get what we see on screen right now, like in terms of what was been tweeted. But then if you pull if you pull like a Zoro, then you pull a Sanji, combine them together, you get like a little bit of an extra buff. At least then like it's like, you know, bit of money greed from Bandai. There's actually benefit to pulling these additional copies of the unit. That could have been an interesting way to approach it. But the overarching is like, it doesn't do fuck all. Like, you're going to look at this animation one time and that's it.
Yep.
The other part of it, which I find hilarious, is that like, I don't know how it's going to work because they all are the same ID, but like, imagine getting Red Haki and then getting Luffy, and then getting Red Haki, and then getting Zoro, and then getting Red Haki, and then getting Sanji or some shit. And then the last part I want to bring up before we go back to the unit itself is like, if you just pull like 3 copies of Luffy, you don't get the fucking animation or the illustration. You have to pull Zoro and Sanji, which is just so backwards. Like, it doesn't make any sense at all to do that. So, it's everything. Oh, sorry, one more thing I thought of. Ink pens, sorry, the alternating pen is out the window. Fuck that.
Yep.
Fuck that thing. They realized they fucked that up. Like, what was the point of that, right? Like, it's so... Like, I get they have to, like, try and iterate and stuff, but I don't know. Hopefully, if they do this stuff going forward, I think it's fine. But as long as, like, you're not, like, chopping up, like, removing parts of the unit, and I have to pull multiple parts of the unit to actually get there. Like, some fucking Exodia shit. But aside from that little ramble there,
the other thing I wanted to mention as well is like, I wonder how this is going to work on part 1. Like, are all 3 of them available on part 1, you think? Or you think it's just Luffy?
Yes. Yeah. I think I'm pretty confident they all are.
I actually like that because it then, like, once I found out there was like 20 parts to this part 1,
yes,
it was like, okay, we're gonna be guaranteed one of the new Super Sugos, because technically we're getting 4 new Super Sugos when realistically we're only getting 2.
Yeah, that's kind of shit.
Yeah, but at the same time, I was like, beautiful, because if you do 30 multis, at least you're guaranteed one. I thought they were going to do some backward shit like they did in One Piece Day, where it was like, guaranteed new Sugo limited pool. And it was like, five. Yeah, so.
I saw
that was
really interesting. Saw an interesting theory that, like, instead of it being like Luffy, Zoro, and Sanji, like, imagine if they made it where it's like it's always a Luffy unit, but then you could pick 2 other Straw Hats that the character is.
I'm down. That's a great idea.
That would be
cool,
insanely good.
Yeah.
That's actually a really good idea. Yeah.
You'd always choose like Chopper and like Jinbei though, because like those units have just terrible representation. Yeah.
See,
yeah,
I feel
you
like
can use Robin to get Robin support. Yeah.
I feel
Yeah,
like
yeah.
if they like, I would love that, but like make it like the units accessible and then make it like a brick building thing where it's like if I put like a chop and a robin, I get different aspects to my special now, per se.
Yeah, maybe.
You know? Obviously, it'd make it challenging if you made fucking 10 Super Sugofest straw hats you had to pull for and combine them together.
Oh, no, that would be dumb.
But
Yeah,
like, if it was
that.
like you could get this Luffy unit, and then there was a bunch of free to play like units that you farmed for during an event, for example, then you fed them into the Luffy, and then you could pick and choose. That'd be really cool, I think. But what about like just overall like rest of the kit? Like, what's the go in terms of like the
side territory is cool.
Yeah, that's so cool.
Yes, very, very, very happy with that.
Absolutely.
Yep, that's
That's 3 territories together now, which is gonna be nuts.
No support effect on the unit, which doesn't really like. I guess doesn't matter, but it's gonna be a big stat boost though. Because 10% base stats, this unit's gonna be fucking very high stats anyway. And then I guess we can get into the super tandem boost now. So new mechanic.
Yeah.
Very weird mechanic the way that it's kind of formulated. So at level 5, when a straw hat, so these are the tags by the way. When a straw hat 4 emperors, worst generation, mythical zone character performs a super tandem, raise the boost level of the straw hat pirates 4 emperors, worst generation characters by 5 for 1 turn, and then raises the boost level of mythical zone characters by 7 for 1 turn. Now, that's a lot of bloody jargon, which is welcome to Treasure Cruise. But the general gist from what I understand is that these are essentially flat attack boosts that are additional damage to your super tandem boost as well.
That's what it sounds like.
So we have the data mine in terms of the coefficient level. It seems to cap out at level 30, which is fine. We don't know.
Yeah, it just says like level. It says in game level 30 plus is just flat 5.5
Yeah,
boost.
okay. So,
but like reaching level 30 and above is really difficult to do.
Yeah.
But they did also mention in the in-game info that they are subjecting to change the level 30 and above value.
Right. Okay.
So they said that they have the credence to just change that value in the
That makes
future
sense.
potentially. So
Yeah.
we'll see how that goes.
But essentially, like, so for example, that level 5 boost is the equivalent of a 2x attack boost for the most part. To those.
Yep.
And then this level 7 is a 2.2x attack boost. So when you really think about it, it's free damage. So like Super Tandem boost is not that bad. I don't know if Flame wants to hop off, pop off real quick on a gold potential ability coming into the game once again. But like this one isn't that bad because it's just free damage. It has an output overall. But
have fun doing 170 multis to max all these characters' abilities.
We'll be there. You know that some of the rare recruits have this ability, Flame, and all the rare recruits that came out with this batch have final tap super tandem and super tandem boost. How exciting is that one?
I take my leave here.
this man muted up again. But I think it's not like the work. Obviously, we have to see how it functions in game and blah 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 blah, etc etc etc. But if you look at it like in my eyes, it's like if you look at it like level 1, if level 1 was just like a increases characters boost by 2 and then by 3, like that's still like an additional 1.4x attack boost to the super tandem and to the units as a whole. So like it's actually just really powerful, just overall in terms of just number output altogether.
It's just free damage so long as you can have a super tandem alongside it, but that's the only way it works. If you don't have a super tandem, this effect doesn't work.
Good point. Yeah, 100%. So like that's probably that's the downside, I suppose, is that I mean, obviously for the most part, you're probably bringing a super tandem to most content, but in like for example, like I'm not bringing a super tandem to bloody Blitz battle. I want to get through as fast as possible, right? So like this kind of, I mean, it kind of negates the potential ability as a whole. So I'm just going to get no benefit from it. So I think you mentioned the other day, Todd, like it's kind of useless in that sense because like if I don't have a super tandem, then like it's just an empty potential ability slot that doesn't really provide anything else.
Yeah, essentially.
Yeah. I guess the other part is, which now we're kind of getting a bit tinfoil hat theory, is that requirement. Does that mean that I will need to tap this Luffy in the tandem? Does that mean any of those tags perform a tandem? Like that's going to be the caveats to things. Because if it's a unit has to have all those tags to perform the boost, then we're fucked. Like, you know, then that's
mean-
an insane ability. Like, it's so bad.
According to the text, it should be as long as a character on your crew has one of those 4 tags of Straw Hat, 4 Emperor, Worst Gen, Mythical Zoan,
Yeah.
and it performs a super tandem. I don't think Luffy has to be a part of the chain. I think just the character has to have 1 tag, they perform super tandem, and then boom, this will automatically trigger giving you a buff. That's what it looks like to me.
I think so too. Yep, I agree.
And if it doesn't work that way, then we're all fucked.
If it doesn't work that way, then this ability sucks so much ass.
I'm in the camp of saying that that's how it works. Because then
Yeah.
once we have the new Nami, it'll sort of open up the door to it. But
Yeah.
the new Nami wouldn't make sense if it didn't work that way.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Yeah, true.
And I think the other thing was that, like the coefficient thing's interesting. Like I'm still a bit unsure of it, but I'm assuming that it's like, I think you mentioned it again, Todd, was like if you have obviously double Luffy as captain, you're giving a level 10 tag boost and then a level 14 tag boost. My other question is that does that stack? So if I have a unit that is Straw Hat, 4 Emperor, Worst Gen, and Mythical Zoan, do they get a 7 plus
No.
5? No, okay.
No.
I think,
So
I think
it's the
they clarified
highest
that.
one.
It's the highest one. Okay, that's good to know.
Yeah, so if a character has both Myth Zoan and Straw Hat, it takes the highest one and you get that boost. It doesn't stack.
Okay, that's good to know. That's good to know then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Cool. EX Super. Anything exciting there? I guess overrideable ability, full board of tandem slots.
And he Shanks, baby.
Oh, fuck off. Fuck Shanks. Man.
True.
Annie Shanks is
that-
actually
I'm telling
cooking.
you,
Yeah.
10th Annie Shanks goes into the EX Super as well. Like 10th Annie Shanks gets a huge
Wait.
buff.
Hang on.
That
Here's
is a-
tinfoil hat theory.
Oh,
Tinfoil
God.
hat theory right
Oh,
now.
God, here we
Okay.
go.
So 10th Annie Shanks works
Oh.
really well with this Luffy.
Yep.
10th anniversary Ace works well with Borsalino. So
Okay.
10th anniversary
Yeah,
Luffy
yeah,
works well with
With
he's
Saturn.
getting it.
Yeah, Saturn.
Yes, sir.
In driven powerhouse
Saturn.
Saturn, boys. Let's go.
Yeah.
Yes,
in
sir.
Powerhouse. In Powerhouse. Yeah.
In
confirmed.
powerhouse Saturn, boys.
Yep.
There we go.
Yep, took the words out of my mouth.
All right, Stump, do you want to break down the Rumble stuff real quick? I know that's your...
Dude, he looks insane.
He's
in Rumble.
fucked in
Like,
Rumble. He's so strong,
actually
dude.
wild.
He's
Actually wild. And Grand Party, I feel like we're gonna have a new king.
Oh, no, he's
when
so
it
Yeah,
strong.
this guy
to,
looks gross.
Grand Party. He seems like a bit of a backwards Int Luffy though, so I don't know if he's going to take like Int Luffy's spot as the best GP leader.
Yep.
Because he kind of does what Int Luffy does in reverse. But yeah, in Rumble he's kind of crazy, and I think this may be like the savior that Sai needs, because Sai's dog shit right now. Like, he's by far the worst team in PvP. But like, you take this guy in effect, you take Nami into effect, it's going to be very, very scary what they can do. The problem that I see with the character is you need Straw Hats. And yeah, we have all of these free-to-play Sai Straw Hats, but like, think of Sai Straw Hat characters you would use on a side Rumble team. They don't exist.
No,
So
they don't exist.
that's the big problem
Yeah.
I can see, besides obviously the new Nami.
Yep.
And it
But,
takes over, and like it counts as also a Zoro and a Sanji, so you can't use like
Ah,
Rumble Zoro,
yeah,
Red
good
Recruit.
point.
You can't
Good
use
point,
the
good
Memory
point.
Sanji. Yeah.
Yep. You've got like maybe like Sai Robin. It's like the only other one that I could really think of besides the new Nami.
Yeah.
And that new treasure, the new rare recruit Frankie, which I'm sure we'll touch on later.
Oh
but,
yeah,
like,
he's
that,
kind of good.
that guy looks kind of good. So he could see some play there, but like the fact that we've got a free spirit slasher on our hands here, we could just like, throw them into a slasher team somewhere
That's a good
and
point.
do some fun stuff.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Like not have a full synergy team, but like still just get the crazy effects.
Dude,
Like having it.
His ability is fucked. I just want to say real quick. Like, level 8 attack defense up to Sai. He revives himself up to 2 times at 50%, and then he gives CT speed to Straw Hat Pirates. Like, come on, dog.
Yep.
Like, come
Yep.
on, man.
I mean, it's just giving himself level 3 at a bare minimum,
Yeah,
even if
exactly.
you're not using any other
Exactly,
Straw
dude.
Hats.
Like,
so.
come on, dog.
Yeah, he's on a pretty high cooldown though, but
Yes,
at the same time, for like
35.
what he does,
Yep.
like for what he does, like more attack buff to size, defense buff, ignores defense for 2 enemies with high HP after doing 5,000 fixed damage in a large range, and then he gives a 30% cooldown to other Straw Hat Pirates. So like, if down the line we see like some other like crazy Straw Hat characters come
Which
into
we
effect,
will.
or
We will, 100%.
yeah, absolutely. So yeah, he seems so good, and I can't wait to see what the side team looks like after this, because it could be like a make or break for them. But at the same time, like he's definitely going to be a character you throw on your side teams no matter what.
Absolutely. And yeah, like you say, his GP is gnarly. Like his
Yeah,
GP
So he does
is
2.3 damage with his burst through defense.
Yep.
What does like the other Luffy's do as a comparison in terms of multiplier?
Let's have a look.
Good
I'm not
question.
100% sure.
I know the Int Luffy does the fixed damage first, which is kind of what makes him
Yeah.
like
Really broken.
really strong, but at the same time, like it's really not that much of a difference. Actually, now I'm thinking about it.
Luffy,
Depends on the multiplier.
In Luffy does 6k fixed damage, then 2k through defense, and then force out
Right.
free spirit characters.
Yeah, so it's a
pretty good.
I guess what? Do we even care about quick Luffy? I don't know. Sure.
Well, I was thinking the strength Luffy.
Oh, strength Luffy. Yeah, good point. Well, where am I typing, mate? What the bloody hell?
Because he's still pretty solid.
Lost my whole bloody. I think my monitor is about to crash. Flame. What the fuck, man? You cursed me too. Strength Luffy is attack up buff, 2.5x leader damage, ignoring defense, 6k fixed damage to 3 side int.
Okay. So yeah, this guy's comparable.
It's comparable.
for
Yeah,
sure.
absolutely.
Yeah.
But I guess it's like now you have a bit like, especially like given the fact that now with like GP they're doing the whole like debuff cycle as well. Like the fact that you can potentially build between like Dex Kaido, Int Luffy, Strength Luffy. Now this Psy Luffy, the other still gear 5, 6+, still not bad. If you need push comes to shove, you need a good unit. You can still make it work.
You can kind of pivot your grand party teams because like this guy, he gives buffs to strength dex Psy as well as free spirit slasher. So you can build like this guy with like a good strength team, a good dex team, like a free spirit or slasher team. Then you got like if you want to build like the driven powerhouse squad or the powerhouse focus units, you can run like Int Luffy instead. Like yeah, there's like lots of different ways you can run essentially the same leader, which is kind of gross.
Absolutely. I think that's it though. Like I thought we were gonna take fucking 40 hours. I mean, we did take a long time this unit, but like, what do you guys think? I know Flame and Knight, you haven't had much chance to chime in real quick, but what's the general gist? Just the general sense check, the vibe.
I mean, I know you guys are gonna go into all the units like a little bit later. I think the general selection of the units isn't bad.
Yeah.
Aside from like the 50,000 straw hat unit problem.
Yeah.
But no, I mean I think it's cool. I can't go wrong with gear 5 other than them dropping like 10 Wano gear 5s. But yeah, no, I mean I would definitely pull for them if I was still playing.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Knight, anything from yourself before we get to the scores?
I am ready to pull Sanji and Zoro before Luffy.
Base, so base, so. But let's go. All right, we'll quickly dart around. Out of 10, Flame.
9.5.
Damn. Okay, Knight.
9 and a 2.5.
Okay, Stump.
Yeah, I had a 9.5 as well.
Todd.
I'd probably just give it a 9.
I think it's gonna be the best legend in the game. I don't know. I have a feeling. I think it's gonna be the best legend in the game. I think it's 9.5 as well. I think people are gonna like look at this unit and think like, oh, he's kind of stinky, but then like 6 months time, it's like, oh fuck, he's kind of based. So I think it's always the hidden
he's
one.
He's kind of vanilla in terms of what he does, but like everything he does, like they
honestly,
do
dude,
so well.
For Treasure Cruise, vanilla is good, man. Like Treasure Cruise, they try to overcook so much. And it's like when they overcook, bro, it becomes poo. So like vanilla's good.
Even running 2 of this guy is going to be just absolutely insane because not only do you get that double stackable in terms of the super tandem effect, but you also get like that overrideable effect that they do. So you're getting like with 2 of them, like 4.5 times all boost on top of a 2.25 on top of a 4 times attack on top of a 2 times attack, and then you're also getting color affinity with a Psy territory. Like they just bring all the damage to your team, and then the rest is just like cool. Satisfy the EX and just tailor to the content, and you win. Like
what's actually kind of interesting as well is like even if you end up if I'm not too sure, I haven't really looked at it. If there's like a free to play super tandem that can just work with this, that can trigger the super tandem boost, even if you have like just a generic free to play super tandem triggering with this, that gives you like quite a lot of damage.
Absolutely, I think like it's ridiculous. Like the super tandem boost is such a massive damage buff just for free for the most part. As long as the way we're assuming how it works is the way it works.
Yeah, it also brings into fact like there's like utility super tandems that we're always like, oh, that's kind of dog shit because enough damage.
Good point.
Well, now you turn like that 1.75 with the utility into like something that's hitting really hard. You're like, oh, okay, I can
Yeah.
outbring these type of characters.
That's a really good way to think about it. Absolutely. Also, the other thing I want to bring up: 6x attack boost, and then if you fulfill the certain requirements, you get an additional 1.3x. So this unit goes to what? A 7.8x, 7.8x captain ability, which is just fucked, by the way. Like,
That's disgusting.
it's so much damage, dude.
You can't get it with both captains because like you have to hit. It's like only for your captain with
Yes.
the action special.
Yeah.
But like still, it's still like even the 1.1, it's like a 6.6, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Which is just
Yeah, that's still
ridiculous. So
crazy
much
good.
damage. Absolutely right.
Another thing that like this super tandem boost does is it like it further amplifies the value of one tap super tandems too. You just get that boost early.
That's a good point. That's a really good point. Get the damage early. Get the buffs lasting long. Yeah, absolutely. Cool. So from one anniversary unit to the next, Kizaru-san.
Bruh,
What's the?
I just
want to
say this straight off the cuff. Kizaru is my favorite of the whole batch.
Really? Okay, pop off. What's the
Yeah.
vibe, man? Talk to me.
I love his captain ability. It
Okay.
is so freaking dope. It might be the best captain ability in the game. I'm
Oh
not even
shit.
kidding.
Okay. I like it. I
Like
like
in
it.
just in terms of like in a vacuum, if you like hypothetically, it's really easy to fulfill all the conditions.
Yep.
This is probably the best captain ability in the game. It just does so much. Like 4 turns of cooldown. Who asked for this?
Yep.
Okay. I mean, the same multipliers as the Luffy, so
Yep.
up to a 7.8 attack boost
Yep.
for what is it, Dex Shooter Slasher, which is
Mhm.
great. Matching slots, health boost, and then you get the special bind and burn removal. And if you've got 4 or more navies, every special that targets a class or color is rainbow.
Mind
Like,
you,
That's
when I
so
first
crazy.
read that, I was a hater because I was like, "There's no good navy units." And now that we got like the raid,
No.
raid level limit
Yeah.
break stuff as well, I was like, "Holy
Yeah.
fuck!" Like there are a lot of good navy units now, dude. Like there's a good variety of units.
I believe it also says too that his captain ability becomes the same thing. Like his captain ability
Correct.
just
Oh,
becomes, becomes a rainbow captain,
Rainbow Captain.
Yep.
which is just
So,
that part alone
yeah.
is like it's cooked. Because you run double Kizaru, all you're gonna do is find 2 more navy characters, and then the last
Yep.
2 units can be
Are
anything.
we really gonna go
And,
to the OPTC awards and name Kizaru as the Legend of the Year? Like, are we really about to do that, man? Like,
There's lots more to go.
like, are we really about to do that?
But there's just so much to love about this. So yeah, captain ability is already like a massive tick for me. I much prefer it over the Luffy. But then we move on to his other components with like his EX Super. It removes intimidation, so shout out to 10th anniversary Shanks. You love to see it. Cooldown reduction stuff only for the captains, which is interesting. And then allows you to get a overrideable orb boost, which is just perfect synergy with 10th anniversary Ace. Love to see it. And then
It's
the
also
special
navy.
ability.
Crazy.
Yeah, exactly. With that 10th anniversary Ace being Navy, just again perfect synergy with.
I
with
thought so. I
Borsalino.
knew it. I was like talking to Stump the other day. I was like,
Yeah, you're right.
I'm pretty sure Ace is a Navy character, and if he is, that's fucked, dude. Like
It's literally his only tag.
like it's
Yep.
my really wow. Okay, so
Yeah.
yeah, that's fucking cooked, bro. Oh my days.
Love to see it. But the downside to him is that I feel like his special is just not great. It just the way that his special is kind of designed is it makes other units better rather
Right,
than
okay.
like he's not like that solo unit like Luffy, Zoro, Sanji where like their special you can just use their special alone and you can like clear bosses with it. But this
Sure.
guy you need like other specials to kind of abuse this effect because of the effect that he has where when you launch a special, characters in your middle row get 6 turns of cooldown. Like that's
fucked,
crazy
bro.
high.
That's so cooked,
And
dude.
The new free-to-play navies that got buffs, they have like abilities where if you can launch their special twice in the same turn, you can get like stacking abilities
Yeah.
to activate, and works really well with the Borsalino.
Yeah.
And then you've got a territory, but his territory is really interesting because you can actually pivot like what it is. You can either have a slasher or a
Yeah, I
shooter
didn't
territory
even
depending
notice,
on what
yeah.
support he has.
Yeah.
So that's really cool. I like that he can do that. And then he's got the insanely high chain boundary and tap timing chain growth, which is like
4x
not a crazy.
Is
but
4x
yeah.
base chain boundary the highest? Like to start off with?
I can't think of any that are higher than
Because
that.
that's nuts. Like starting at a 4x is actually ridiculous.
Yeah.
On top of the tap timing as well.
Yep. Absolutely. Can I also just slight caveat?
Yeah, go
can
for
I,
it.
Can I also just say action special is probably the worst mechanic that's come to this game. It's so no one
Yeah.
fucking cares about it. I just want to put it out there.
It's
like,
fun for the first time.
it's fun for
and
the
then
first time. Then I just
yeah.
turn it off. I think it's always turned
I
off.
turn
I've
it
never
off,
done it
man.
before in my life.
Because
When
when you're doing super boss runs, you gotta actually hit it.
No, I don't. I just turn that shit off, man. I don't even.
I'm the
bother.
same. I turn it off. I'm
I
like,
just-
if I do less damage,
take-
fuck it. So be it. I'll hold that. I'll hold that. I don't
Damage Cat still fucked it, so I'm just like, I don't care. I turn that shit off. Get the runs done faster.
unless the damage cap ups like 100 trillion, I might start doing it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, 100%. If I'm under the damage cap, then yeah, I guess you're right.
Absolutely. But anyway, sorry. I just want to put it out there because I was like, fuck that, man. That shit sucks, dude.
His Super Tandem boost is giving a level 5 buff to Egghead, Logia, and Navy, and then a major buff to Navy and Navy Admiral characters. So the major buff, I don't think you're not really going to see that often, unless of course you're just using the Akane auras, But the fact that they give the boost to Egghead, that's nice. There's always going to be lots of Egghead representation. So that's cool.
Yep.
Absolutely. He actually has a support ability, which I didn't even realize, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, good too.
It's actually really good as well. Support ability character, boost tackle orbs. He gives chain multiplier growth rate. Damn, for free? Like that? Just like that? That's kind of nuts, bro. Hold on, wait a minute. Super Tandem boost, EX Super, anything. It removes the intimidation with the EX Super. That's kind of sick as well. Yep.
The overrideable orb boost allows your 10th anniversary ace to get his ignite conditional boost.
Yep.
Which is pretty base.
On top of the 4 times orbs that he'll give as well. Which will also become rainbow as well if you have the 4 navy. So
damn, this unit is so good, dude. What the hell?
Yeah, Borderlands is fucking cracked.
He's so good.
The only drawback is he's special.
Yeah, that's fair.
If I look at like Zoro Kaku that literally just came out like 2 months ago, Zoro Kaku is pretty much doing the same thing, if not a little bit better because you're getting the chain multiplier growth instead of the tap timing. So if you throw them on the team as well, you kind of got that overlap. And then the territory thing for me is a little bit weird as well. Like, I get what they're doing because if you run 2 Kizarus, your friend Captain Kizaru is always going to be the shooter territory.
Sure.
Then you slap a side support like that new PvP rare recruit Akainu on this unit, and then you get the slasher. So you have the double slasher territory going.
Yep.
But like 9 times out of 10. Yeah, go on, sorry.
I just thought of this now. Surely not with his captain ability that makes things rainbow. Surely it doesn't make the territory rainbow, right?
No way.
No, because the territory doesn't affect you. It's like it's something that you're like sort of applying. It's kind of like the field, it's like the set target ability as well. That won't change either.
Oh yeah.
So if you apply, I think the Fuji does set target for slashes and powerhouse.
Yeah.
That will still be for slash powerhouse, even if you have that effect. If that was the case, though, that'd be absolutely cooked. But I believe it's just all of the icons that sort of sit above your bar become rainbow.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And then I guess Rumble wise, what's the vibe?
Ew.
Oh no.
I was so
stinky.
Upset, dude. He's Dex. Like, just change Dex to shooter. You're fine. Absolutely fine.
Right. Yeah.
Why are we doing this? You just gave shooters so much support, and sure, like they probably don't need it, but like this doesn't help Dex at all. Like, we're not going to sit here
make him
and
shoot a
say,
slasher.
Yeah, that would work too. Shooters, like slashers could definitely use a bit more of a buff, so like I'm down for that. But like just making this guy shooter would have just been like, all right, now shooters are just into the stratosphere as the best team in the game.
Do you think Saturn will be a Dex unit?
No.
There we go.
No, I'm in the camp that he'll be at least in powerhouse and then probably driven. But like
the fact that Borsalino is special and his rumble ability give buffs to world government, where the rest of his kit doesn't buff world government at all, to my knowledge. I'm pretty sure it doesn't. So that's kind of odd that he does that.
Yeah, no world government anywhere on his kit.
Yeah, so
no,
that's
but he does. But he does use Lucci and stuff in his ability, in one of his abilities, I think. I remember seeing that in like his EX.
Borsalino doesn't even have world government tag.
He doesn't.
Nah, so like, but in his EX Super, you can use Kaku, Rob Lucci, Dr. Vegapunk, which is again like super weird.
So I was just saying that because maybe what's his face? Maybe Saturn
will be
100%.
100% he will be. 100% he will be.
Yeah.
That's kind of a shame. What about GP? Anything going on there?
Nah.
I bet.
No.
I love when it's.
I mean,
it's got an ass.
When Gear 5 exists.
Gear 5 does exist.
Yeah,
there's like 4 Gear 5s now that are so usable. Fucking who cares?
He's literally like he does pretty much what Gear 5 does, just without that insane burst. So like it's kind of missing. Like I said, like you're not running too many Navy characters in PvP anyway, compared to how many Straw Hats that you're running.
Yeah.
Like that extra little line like, that gives Straw Hats level 3 city that Luffy, Zoro, Sanji does, just like changes the game for the amount of teams you can build.
Absolutely. All right, Peanut Boys. Anything from you guys?
I think Kizaru is pretty sick. When I initially saw him, I thought it was a Versus Legend because
Dude,
Yeah,
imagine,
true.
man, imagine.
But I guess they just wanted to shove another Gear 5
Cash
in there.
grab, baby. You know the vibe.
But I mean, Kizaru's sick. Definitely needed a new one. Yeah, Egghead one,
true.
definitely.
Good
So
point. True. Very, very
I'm
true.
I'm happy they gave him some love.
Nah, you pulled for this unit?
Yeah, I'm there. And I said Kizaru, so I was right. I was right.
You
man.
did
Give
that.
my damn props.
That's on. I think we all fucking said Kizaru, but you know what? I'll give you your flowers personally.
Yeah,
you know what I
give
mean?
it to me.
I'll give you your flower, your personal flowers. You get
Fuck
those.
you, Stump.
One question before we caveat to the next character.
Yeah.
Which I guess will lead into that.
Yep.
Not to spoil it, even though they know it.
Yep.
Is she the first? Is that the first slasher of her in the game?
I have a
wanna say
feeling.
no,
I have a feeling there is like a rando, like Nami, one of those like free to play like jabroni ones.
It is.
I think it's the first one.
Yeah, according to the
Okay.
database, it is the first one.
It
Yeah.
is. I typed Nami, it popped
Oh,
up
that's-
Sabo because it says dynamic head on. Fuck are you?
That's sick.
Dynamic.
I think it's a cool concept. Slasher Nami.
Bro, he's so baller. I can't wait to like back. We'll get into that unit, but quickly round the grounds. Flame out of 10 for Kizaru.
Give him a nice 9.
Knight,
9.
Stump,
8.5.
Todd.
9.1.
Oh shit, he's better. Okay.
Let's go.
I think it's 8.5 for me. I think I can't wait to use him as a captain, but I think you guys are right. I think the special's a bit lackluster to kind of get us there. All right, and then I guess the final of the big three. Well, I guess it's 5 because it's 3 units in one. But that aside, is Anni exclusive Nami, the One Piece magazine. I think I mentioned it in the previous episode. I was like, I didn't write it in my prediction, so it doesn't count. Before Night fucking actually is me, but I remember talking about they probably
I said
will
waifu legend.
I did. I said Egghead waifu though, which doesn't count, I suppose. No, Flame said Egghead waifu. I said Egghead Bonnie like a fucking idiot. What the hell?
Well, the anniversary is not over, so technically
We could still be right, boys. We're still on,
right,
fellas.
right.
We're still on. Also, for people that said Zoro separately, does this count? I don't know. We have to have a discussion next episode to see what's going on. We have Nami from the One Piece magazine, 3 sword style. What's the general vibe here with this Nami?
You want to go Stump?
Yeah, she's really good. Like, really, really good. Sorry, I was just eating some food.
That's right.
I was a little bit scared to see what her level 1 cooldown was. But then once we got information that it was 6 turns, I was like, all right, this character is absolutely insane. Like 13 turns to defense up and damage reduction removal, 3 turns to base attack, increased damage taken, and weakening effect that both go through full immunity. Can use an EX as a sailor. Like, she's doing so much more for all of those really unique damage buffs that not a lot of other characters would bring.
Yep.
And the ones that synergize really well with each other, like increased damage taken and the weakening effect. So.
Yep.
Yeah, she's just going to be a staple. I don't know if Luffy or Sanji. Like, I must bring every single time.
She seems pretty solid. I do kind of dig her design, though. Like, it is going to be weird to see, like, because it's not going to be like easy to get both her stage 1 and stage 2 like on the same turn. Unless you're using Borderlands, of course.
I was gonna say Kizaru says what's up.
Yeah.
Well, she does give herself 4 turns of cooldown with her abilities. So you just need two other, like 2 more cooldowns. So you can use characters like Shanks, for example, that gives 1 whenever you use a special. Excuse me.
That's a good
Ain't
point.
no
Yeah, those
way
supports-
Shanks is about to be the best fucking legend in the game because of this bullshit ass anniversary.
Nah,
man.
the film red
Any-
part.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah,
anyone.
hold that.
Half anyone.
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck that, man. I
Yeah,
don't want no damn.
I've always like I've always shat on those supports that are like, oh, if you use a special, give the character cooldown because like they've been
Yeah.
pretty redundant for the most part, but like this is actually a character where it would work really well.
Yeah, that's like the
Um,
one drawback. So getting the 6
yeah.
turns, it's not as bad as it looks. But like, if it was say it was 4 turns and she could just do it herself, like, damn, that'd be
Oh, that would
That'd
be
be way too good.
absolutely insane. I actually kind of like the fact that the weakness buff is on stage 2. I feel like that's definitely better because it means that like you could apply increased damage taken from another unit, and then like because weakness
Mhm.
is more rare than increased damage
Yeah.
taken. So I actually kind of
Especially
like
going
that
through
that's on
full
stage
immunity.
2. Yeah,
especially going through
100%.
full immunity. There's like no
Yeah.
characters that go through full immunity, so that's super rare.
Full water tandem slots as well. The special, good utility, base attack boost because why the fuck not? And then good buff through immunity. Like she's just a great special overall. And 4 times berry captain. Anyone?
I'm down with the ship. I need to replenish, man. I'm
What is
broke.
it? What was it? Isn't it 160 times berries for that first 12 hours of
That's
Annie?
what I'm saying. That's fucking cooked.
Mm.
I'm in, baby. Let's run it.
That's crazy.
I need some
Yeah.
money. I need some shmoney, man. I'm broke.
Stock up for your ship upgrades, boys.
Absolutely,
That's
bro. Do you want to hear the finale of my adventures, mate? 85,000 cola to get the coded Sunny Max.
Honestly, cry me a fucking river.
Yeah, shut
Honestly,
up,
I'm not taking that. I did 100. You sat in a call with me while I
Yep.
did the revolutionary birds, and I spent 150,000.
Yeah, you can hold
That's
that.
We were
so
there
gross.
for like
Hold my nuts.
we were there for like 2 hours.
Yeah, I was cooked.
You
And
coming
I
up with,
left.
like
I left. I went
85K,
back to
this
work.
man.
I left you. I was
Yeah.
au revoir. Right, brokey.
That's pretty bad though.
But okay, so this unit has also a ridiculously long support effect, which is kind of nuts. But also what applies final tap additional buff, some base attack boost, which is kind of cool. But the super tandem, damn, super tandem's kind of good.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
It's a very strong super tandem, and the fact that this unit naturally perfectly synchronizes with the Luffy Zoro Sanji unit, like it's just a match made in heaven, right? Like it's just so much damage output overall, which is really, really strong. EX Super, I think you mentioned that you can use it as a crew member, which is like really powerful as we've started to notice more and more. Like it's been pretty interesting. A lot more units are becoming that you can use their like super abilities as crew members, which I think is kind of cool. Like it kind of opens the door to just more specials, more mechanics, more like debuff removal and such, which is always really positive. But like what special charge, you get some resistance down, final tap buffs. Like, damn, the works. This Nami is just a really solid unit to have.
I got a question.
Yo.
Like it's a question without notice. So like just comparing not Rumble stuff, just normal PvE abilities.
Right.
Is this character better than Oiran Yamato?
No, nothing touches my girl right now.
I think Oiran Yamato is just so good because of that debuff removal.
So
as
versatile,
well.
man.
Nice.
So
Yeah.
versatile.
Like and her rush is also just really powerful as well. I think
Oh, yeah,
that's
she
the
has
other
rush
part of
too.
it
Yeah, I
too.
forgot about that. Yeah,
And
it's kind of
that's-
Yeah, and then just the damage rush and conversion buff. Like, no
Yeah.
other characters really do that, especially for 3 turns.
fair call.
And then the way she synergizes with like Rush Ace and all those other really powerful characters. Don't get me wrong, like, this
I don't
Nami's
know. I don't know if you just said that, but
really
the PDR attack buff as well.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
the fact that like no other units have that except Yamato's, it seems to some degree.
Yeah,
Like that's just a free damage boost like every time, right? Like it's ridiculously broken. I do think
And
though,
firstly-
like this unit is like it's up there. Like, I think this is probably one of the best crewmates in the game, if not like top 5. It's this Nami is ridiculously powerful to bring just to any kind
Absolutely.
of content, right? Like it's so good.
yeah, and it's a Nami too, so you
and
get
it's
like
Nami. So many good supports.
you get like all of the supports as well. So
and then
Yeah,
Rumble
true that.
Kit. What's the vibe?
Oh
Rumble.
my god.
Yo.
When you thought Nami and Karina.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the positive thing is at least this character is a Nami, so you can't use them together or anything like that.
Imagine if you could. Imagine if you
That'd
could.
be
I mean, we
just
don't really synergize.
disgusting.
Don't
We
even
don't really
say that.
synergize in each other's teams, but like, because like this Nami slash a striker, where
Yeah.
the other one's like free spirit cerebral. But yeah, they're basically just a carbon copy. But this one does it 3 times instead of
3
2
times,
times.
which
Which
is-
is
And
Which
this
is-
unit actually does damage.
Like 3
Yeah.
times is fucking insane, dude.
So her cooldown is slightly higher.
Yeah, 29 CT. Yep.
Yeah.
Um,
Still, like,
Unit also has Rumble Super Special, which I think we've kind of noticed the trend now is that any sort of like Super Sugofest / kind of unit doesn't get a Super Special, but like general like end of month Annie etc. kind of units will get it, which I think is a fair balancing act, I suppose. Like it's not the worst thing in the world.
I think it's a selling point because I think they know that everyone skips those banners.
No one fucking pulls an EOM, mate. No one will pull an EOM. Like it's just never gonna happen.
Yeah.
I'm saying, yeah, you pulling every banner, you freako.
No, don't say that my way. But you throw a good super special on an end of month banner like the Alba or the.
Hey,
when
Alba's so fucking good, man.
So
hey
good.
man, just wait for Arse Rumble to come out. Then when we talk, I'll be fucking biting my tongue. I'll be pulling on every EOM banner for them Arse Rumble boosters, man.
Yeah. No, like the anniversary units definitely is like
absolutely.
That's the big drawing point.
Dude, her Rumble Super Special is also cracked. 6k fixed, and then 3 enemies get special CT down and attack down level 6, and then they get 30% delayed 3 times. Hello? Like what the fuck? What the hell, man?
That is one of the most disgusting.
That is the grossest thing I've ever read in my life, dude.
Yeah.
Like what are you talking about?
You only need to take 2 specials as well, which is massive. Like anything over taking 2 Rumble specials is a problem, but like taking 2 is
Two's free.
It's so easy to get. Yeah.
Imagine getting her to level in break 5 though.
I'll be there.
Actually, to be fair, because Psy has been so dog shit, I have like.
I was gonna say there've been no 19... like Psy units at all, right? Like so Psy posts is just available.
That's fair.
All my posters are like 2, 3, 2, 4, and then Psy is like 15.
Let me check the old hoarding Captain Smelly, mate. How many posters has he got?
In saying that though, no character is worth spending more than 5 posters.
I got 24 posters on Psy.
Yeah.
For cooking with gas, mate. No GP, which is pretty standard these days. But yeah, overall, Nami, what's the vibe? Peanut lads? All right, Bazongi's Knight has said his piece. I already know he's going to talk about that.
Her artwork is so good.
Yeah, frick yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Dude,
best character in the game.
Don't say, well, okay, buddy.
That's crazy.
No, I do want to say I replied back to a Todd. I need to find the reply. But no, give your thoughts while I'm trying to find this thing real quick. What do you think, Flaming Knight? What's the vibe?
Must pull 10 out of 10.
Must pull, I bet. Sorted.
I didn't see the potential abilities before, but when I heard like the special and shit from Todd, I was like, it would be kind of funny if she got the like cooldown, like limit break ability or some shit.
Oh shit, that'd been dope as hell.
Double special, let's go.
Double special would be so sick as well.
Yeah, that would have been sick.
Yeah, triple special, fuck it. Yeah, no, I replied back to a Todd tweet saying, this art gets me so hard, it's incredible. And then fucking BBJ replies back saying, yo, I told you not to give access to your account tonight. And I'm like, that's a straight.
That's crazy. Yo, BBJ, you little shit.
I mean, that's a big straight. Like, alright, and the Stump, what do you think out of 10, man?
I give her a 9. She's really good.
I'd give her 8.7.
I give her a 6.9, babe. You know the vibes in that.
Hey yo.
No, she's actually really good. She's like an 8.5. Like, she's actually really good. I guess quickly, hey, do you guys like Zoro? We're gonna give you another Zoro, another Zoro, dude. We got so the paywall at the paywall 6+ of the anniversary is the 6 what is it, the anniversary exclusive Zolo. This was like one of the first anniversary exclusives to release. And then when the unit released, he didn't have like a gold potential ability, and everyone kind of freaked out. Everyone's like, what the hell? He just on anniversary level. It turns out unit was actually always really good all along.
Yes, sir.
What's the general gist is that he's turned into a quick unit, and he's also become a driven character as well, which is kind of funky.
I've not even read his kid, so I'm like going through it now.
Todd, what's the vibe? Have you had a chance to have a peep?
Yeah, captain ability's booty. You're not using him for his captain.
Amen.
The super effect is fine. You could kind of use it to wave clear. It does give you some resistance. It still gives you an attack buff, but it's an overrideable attack buff this time, which is interesting. Support effect is the same. Special ability becomes multi-stage now, which is kind of interesting. It does damage. It removes defensive effects, like what he already did. And then it says if you have tap timing bonus damage when the special is launched, it will further increase it by 0.2. Then after that, you get a 1.75 times chain multiplicative buff. And then if you have a Rainbow, Tandem, or Water slot when you launch the special, you get the tap timing chain buff. So you essentially launch your special, then if you can somehow launch it again, you can get that tap timing chain buff to be enhanced. So it can go to a max of like 0.8. And he gives himself cooldown if you are above. So if you're above 70% health when you launch the special, he cuts your health by 70% and then gives himself -6 turns of cooldown. His stage 1 special is 10 turns, so you still need 4 turns of cooldown from somewhere.
Yep.
So if you use Borsalino, you could technically use Borsalino to double special launch this guy. He's fine. He just like a bunch of chain buffs, remove defensive effects. That's basically what he does.
He did
Nothing
get
crazy.
His sprite is probably the coolest sprite in the game. I will give you that.
It's a sick sprite.
It's so fucking cool. He did get Rumble Super Special as well. It targets quick teammates for attack up 10. Targets all enemies for 4x damage. Targets 2 enemies ignoring defense for 2x damage. So like, he does a lot of unga bunga damage in Rumble. And chances are you're probably pretty close to having this guy at level limit break 5. I think mine's level limit break 4. So very close to that one. He does have GP. Don't care. Didn't ask. I think he's a good unit. Is he worth the paywall? No.
Hell no.
Especially given like the previous iteration of this was the Robin, Nami, and Hancock unit, and that one was like they're actually a really, really good character, and especially in Rumble, they're incredible as well. Oh, we're actually going to get that unit for anniversary finally.
Yeah, we finally get it.
Holy shit!
Finally get that character.
Yeah. But I think if you were to compare these two units, I think that this potentially is less so. I don't know though. Like, it's kind of a bit of a funky situation there, and I don't know. Putting the paywall status on this guy doesn't make any bloody sense at all. It's kind of a bit.
Do we know when the paywall expires?
Nah, we'll have to
probably when they officially announce it.
Yeah, it'll be in like the banner information section in the news.
I'm expecting it to be like a repeat of.
I reckon
August or September.
Yeah.
Oh, it could be in November.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see how we go. Because so we have this unit now. Is there any other paywalls that we're trying to get over? I think the trio waifu.
Dofi is.
Yeah.
Oh, true. Dofi will be next, and then it'll be this guy. Okay, fair enough. This game is so shit, man.
This guy's not too bad actually. The fact he's now driven is actually really good for Rumble.
Yes,
because he's like goes on the quick driven team. That's kind of good. So, but he basically essentially just does what he used to do. But
yeah, he's just the same. But does he make it onto that team?
Yeah, absolutely. That team's dog shit, dude.
I think
that team doesn't need as much help as fucking Sai does.
Yeah, that's true.
And then with Weevil as well, you can do some fun stuff with slashes. Like
Edward Weevil's kind of cracked.
Yeah, he's so broken. He's broken as shit.
It's very, very good. The only problem is that quick sucks.
One thing I wanted to add as well, I'm kind of annoyed that they didn't put anything with tags in his ability. Kind of doesn't make much sense, like to have this whole like tag scenario, brand new mechanic, and then be like, oh, we're gonna paywall a 6+, and then not introduce the new mechanic to his kit. I don't know, kind of a personal gripe, but doesn't really make much sense as a whole, I suppose. Kind of weird.
Valid.
Was he always immune to stun with his ability?
Oh, was he?
He was.
Oh, he was.
Yeah, because he always cut your HP in some regard. So the idea was that he was immune to stun, and then he could get rid of stun by using his special.
I was going to say, if that was new, that's a nice touch, but okay, that's not different.
Well, if you're pulling him, you're pulling him. Probably don't. But that banner has a bunch of 6+ units on it. Like,
it also has the Brook as well.
Yeah.
It has the Rare Crew Brook as well. A whole lot.
Yeah, a new Rare Crew.
Honestly, randomly, like the Brook is just in the back of the image as well. Like, you could easily just miss the character altogether.
I just thought it was just the Egghead Brook from.
Yeah, man. It's like, what the hell? Like, I guess that's a good segue for us then from that unit, because I mean, like, if you want to pull him, you can pull on him like to get the Brook potentially, but I think after your anniversary pulls is when you can kind of think about.
Bro, you bet your ass that Brook's gonna be one of the highest point boosters for the Blitz.
I think it's not.
No,
I think from what I saw from the Riz Lord, he was like, I think it's the The Zoro and the Brook are like 1.3x's for the Blitz battle. I think it was something
Yeah,
like that.
right.
They have their own like data mine Andes. I don't know, mate. They're all weirdos. But I guess quickly
That's crazy. Then.
through the rare recruit roulette, we have Chopper, bit of delay, attack down, removes poison, a bit of healing. If you have an ore, what is it? If you have an ore boost, he launches chain multiplier, and then boost crew slot effects, but to 2.75. If you have some tags, you get a chain multiplier. He also has super tandem, 1.75x, and it requires, is that 3 taps? 1 tap? I don't know. Yeah, it's kind of weird.
It requires 3, including himself.
That's fucking ridiculous. That's too many.
It's 2 units plus chopper.
Yeah, 2 units plus chopper. Yeah, pretty cool. Not bad rare recruit. Frankie, Frankie super, man, he's fucking broken. He's very good.
Frankie's good.
He's the best of the rare recruits for
he
sure.
He has overcharge. Oh, overcharge is so cool, man. That's such a good mechanic. I love overcharge special. Bit of special bind removal, changes block slots, tandem. If you have a color affinity status and the special's launch, boost chain multiplier by 1.5. Then after that, I hate that they'd use that verbiage. Then after that, boost the type effect of normal attacks for the crew, 2.5x for 1 turn. Plus a further 0.1 for every 3 turns to a max of 3, which is fucking insane, dude. And he also does a damage reduction by 85% for 2 turns if you have certain tags. Plus, he also has super tandem boost, which is kind of crazy. I want to know though, do the super tandem boost stack? That's a question that I have as well.
Yeah, it should.
That's fucked.
Yeah, so
that's
how you
broken.
get, up to those high levels.
That is disgusting. Yeah. That is really broken overall.
I actually like that the rare recruit has that ability because, like, if you're going for a lot of these characters, like, chances are you're going to pull 5 Frankies.
Absolutely.
Yep.
And then we have, I think I skipped Usopp, but Usopp,
very briefly, read the Rumble special of Frankie.
I don't have it in front of me, so I think you might need to pull it up.
Oh, so it's a 35 CT, which is high, but it's unique in what it does. It gives himself a shield and a counter, right. And then if 4 or more Straw Hats are on the team, targets your team for level 6 defense for 30 seconds, and then for the next 20 seconds, you have a 50% chance to evade fixed damage.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
What the hell? That's broken.
But the thing is I don't know if it targets himself or the whole team. I think it's for the whole team. So
hello.
Yeah, targets your team for defense and a 50% chance to evade any fixed damage.
That's fucked up, dude.
Yeah. It's really cool.
Why is he that good? There's no need to be that good.
There's not a lot of side like Straw Hats that are like super good for that team.
Yeah.
He's just like another one you can sort of slot in there as your defensive unit.
And then briefly, the Chopper with his special, he has the effect where he has a 70% chance to evade paralysis and a 70% chance to evade special bind for your team for 20 seconds when he launches his special.
So you're dead ass for building a team that is going to be Luffy, Zoro, Sanji, the Nami, and then all these rare recruits just on the squad.
I mean, you can
to like evade fucking debuffs and stuff the whole time. It's it's cool. I like it. I respect it.
I think the Frankie, very briefly, quick, I just lost him. Frankie, it also evades Force Out.
Damn! Why is he so good? There's no need to be that strong. Super quickly then, you have Usopp. He does some cooldown reduction, removes some debuffs. If you have an attack boost, chain multiplier. Then after that, he boosts the attack anyway. And if you have some Straw Hats, he boosts damage dealt to delayed and increased damage taken by 2.25. And he has a final tap that is dog shit.
Classic.
Base stats, baby.
Base stats, baby.
Love it.
Then Brook, he does some damage reduction. He removes resilience. He gives some rainbow slots, which is kind of cool. Haven't seen that in a long time. He boosts advantageous class by 1.5x for slashes, so actually low-key kind of good. 40% or below when the special is launched. He does some additional stuff, so attack based on damage reduction. Oh, he applies the ability. There you go. He does the damage reduction ability, the attack ability. So there you go. All these rare recruits actually work really well together as a whole. Him and Frankie will be a nice combo. You get a 1.885x attack boost. He also has super tandem boost for Paramecia, Straw Hats, and Egghead, which is kind of broken. So pretty cool. Those are the rare recruits. That's the rare recruit roulette. Fun. All right, now we're getting into the meat and taters, if that wasn't the meat and taters. The 11th anniversary Sugofest. Let's chat, gentlemen. How do you guys feel about the structure? What's going on? How many parts there are? What's the vibe? What's the general gist?
You go, Stump.
So the whales are eating healthy.
The whales are so healthy, man.
They're going to be they're going to be eating very big, with what 3 separate parts for Luffy, Zoro, and Sanji, and then part 1 goes 60 steps, so you can refresh your first 30 multis. Which, in hindsight, honestly, like I'm not against. If you want to summon that much, like go for gold. It avoids those abyss multis, so that's kind of nice. But like anyone that's doing over 30 multis, like you've either prepared yourself or like you're.
Hey, Stump, I'll see you at multi 55, mate. You'll be there. Don't worry.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
You'll be there, Jabroni. Yeah, I think that it's kind of controversial because everyone in the community, I think I'm gonna kick it real quick. My opinion does not reflect the opinion of those in this call. I think that everyone in the community is fucking stupid. People that are complaining that like, oh, Bandai is greedy with 60 multis and like, okay. When you look at it from that sense, yes. But if you actually fucking read, which has been the impossible thing for Treasure Cruise players for 11 years now, the steps just repeat, you fucking monkeys. Like, use your head, man. It's actually a good thing. It provides people the opportunity, if they want to exceed that limit of 30 multis, they can just repeat the step cycle. So for those that want to go to 60 multis, for whatever reason, mind you.
Well, yeah, the problem would be like if the 30th step didn't guarantee.
Correct.
Anything.
If that was the case, then we have an argument to make. Absolutely. I agree with you 100%. But the fact that it guarantees you a new unit is perfect. You do in my opinion, the way that I want to approach this banner is I will do my best to do the 30 multis on part 1. That's the first step. And then depending on what I'm missing or whatever it is, like I personally don't really care about the illustration. So chances are I won't be pulling on the individual parts of Luffy, Zoro, and Sanji if I am able to pick up a Luffy, Zoro, or Sanji in part 1. And then you just go to Kizaru, you go to Nami, Bob's your uncle. Like, for those that want to chase the illustration, sure, like by all means, like that's your prerogative. But like, if you look at like, I'm a bit concerned because if you look at like part 2, 3, and 4's like banner units, it's both got Whitebeard and Ace on it, and then they both have S-Snake on it. Right? So
it's like the same banner. Please don't.
That's what I mean. Like chances are it might just be the same banner repeated. And if that's the case, like, does it really matter to go and pull like Zoro and Sanji as well as Luffy, like to get the illustration? Like, there's no difference in the kit. There's no difference in like you don't get any buffs by having all 3 of them. You just get some cool art. Like that's alright, I suppose, but it's not really worth it. So you can probably skip out on, you just pick one of them. If we're assuming that it's the exact same, pick your favorite character. For me, probably will be, I don't know, Luffy. Why not? And then you skip the other 2. Job done. Like it's, I think it kind of plays itself. Like I think the banner's fine.
Yeah, I think the argument too is that like going to 30 multis is already a pretty big stretch, like pretty big feat.
Yeah.
So like going to 60 multis, like it's kind of like what's the difference at the end of the day? Like, I get it, it's a whole nother 30 multis, but like you're still doing a shitload of multis. And
absolutely, when
you finish the 30th multi, the banner doesn't go anywhere. Like,
so
you can't really say, hey, that's greedy for them to make 60 steps, because if you really wanted to, you can send 100 multis on part 1 banner and just be like, cool, I did 100 multis. Then they're still eating the same. They're just giving you extra steps that were already there for the first 30. What are the first 5 steps though? Because usually they do pretty good. Like the first 6 steps on part 1 are usually pretty good.
Step 10, I think, is when it actually gets good.
So
right?
Step 1 is rate boosted. 2 to 5 is guaranteed red. 6 is rate boosted red. 7 is rate boosted. 8's rate boosted red. 9's rate boosted, and then 10 is all reds. And
then, so I think like the great argument will kind of come into the fact that like if you do 30 multis and then it resets, like it's pretty tempting to do the next 10, right? Because like that first 10,
100%.
Those first 10 multis are pretty tasty.
But like I think that like the positive is that at least you aren't like if you go to 30 multis, you guarantee one of the new units, which is great. If you decide to like do more later on in the anniversary, like, let's say we find out that like, oh, actually having like dupe copies of Kizaru would be great, right? The fact that like I can now pull on part 1 and guarantee myself some like reds and some good steps for the next 30 after the initial 30, I think it's so positive. Like, it's not good because like fuck doing 60 multis, like that's an insane ask, but it's like, does it really matter like that much? Like, it's really also like, you're a fucking human being, you have your own autonomy, just don't do the 60 multis, you fucking jabroni. Like, what are we like? Why are we complaining so much, man? Like, who cares? Like, it's for people.
The
like,
other thing, the other thing as well is that you need to realize that they've already mentioned there's going to be 3 parts to this event.
100%.
So we've like you don't need to spend them all now, because there's going to be inevitably Saturn, we know, is guaranteed to be dropping, and something else bigger is probably going to be dropping as well. We just don't know. So there's going to be at least 2 more Super Sugos in this celebration. So like,
absolutely.
and these banners are here for like what, 2 months or something like
These
that.
banners
Like, you've got
here
plenty
for,
of
like
time.
60 days, pretty much, like 2 months. So much time, you know, like, and then obviously, like the next having 6 parts total is fucking insane. But like, if our assumption is correct that parts 2, 3, and 4 are all identical, just pick what you like, you know, and then kind of go on, you know, like even then, like doing the first multi 5, the first 5 multis on all these parts is fantastic, right? 2 reds, Ray Booster red, 2 reds, Ray Booster red, limited pool for the first 5 multis, right?
So the fact that that's on the Zoro Luffy Sanji banners like separated, like if you want to try like and go for dupes without sending heaps of multis, you can always just bink like 5. Say you go to 30 multis on part 1 you've been saving, and you pick up the Luffy variant of the Luffy Zoro Sanji. You could then just send 5 multis on the Luffy part, the Zoro part, and the Sanji part, technically 15 multis, and get very lucky and pick up like 2 or 3 dupes there. It's definitely happened to us in the past. I'm always shouting at Pappy like, just send the 5 multis on that part, see how you go, and then dip. So that kind of opens the door to like a very easy way of not only completing the character art, but just getting dupes in a very powerful new ability.
Absolutely.
I don't know. I think it's kind of cool.
Another thing as well is that like if you're the type of player that does spend a little bit on this game, they're gonna have gem sales as well. Like, and they should be crazy gem sales, which will help a lot too. There's already a bunch of free to play gems given out. They're gonna give out more free to play gems.
255.
So many gems.
255
Yeah.
gems
So many
across this
gems.
period so far. So yeah.
Isn't it like 280 something if you do the?
Yeah, it'll go up to like 280. I think for now. I think it is. It caps out at.
Right.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I just think it's a pit of people just shouting into the void. Like, I get it because you see the number 60 multis, everyone's like having a fucking aneurysm. But if you just go and like read it, it's like it literally is just repeating. It's like I don't know if this is like a correct comparison. I know obviously Dokkan does like 3 multis, 1 for free type beat, but isn't that just like a repeated cycle anyway? Like the idea of that, regardless, right? Like I get this cycle.
And Dokkan doesn't have guaranteed like units or anything like. Well, typically they don't for their big banners. Like it's just you have to keep pulling until you get lucky. Well, they did have like the pity system, I guess, in a way that they introduced recently. But yeah, it's not really the same. But yeah, like. Yeah, as a Dokkan, you know, doing the 3 get 1 free. I wish Trojoku's introduced that kind of shit. And let's be real here. I feel like 30 multis for the guaranteed new unit is a bit excessive, especially
it's always
with
been
Trojoku's
excessive.
prices.
It's always been so excessive, right?
Do you remember back in the day where they'd release like some random guaranteed legend after like 6
Whitebeard.
multis or 9 multis or something?
For quick Whitebeard, right? Wasn't that the one?
Those were the days. Holy. Or guaranteed Snake Man.
The Snake Man one was the big one.
Yeah.
On the Kalikuri banner. That was the big one. There was also one when I first started playing I think it was a Christmas banner. You got a guaranteed V1 Zoro, V1 Sanji, and V1 Usopp. Like you could get one of the 3 of them.
I don't remember that one. I remember the side gear 5 Luffy being on one of the banners on Sanji's banner. V1 Sanji.
You said Zoro, Sanji,
that one,
Usopp,
that was the one.
Yeah.
But you could get you could either get Sanji, Usopp, or I think it might have been the Luffy then, not Zoro. Because I remember pulling V1 Sanji on that banner.
It was Zoro. That was V1 Sanji's release. It was on the 9th multi.
Oh, was Zoro?
Yeah, it was Zoro. Because I remember.
Wasn't there also like Capone? Was a like 6?
That was a guaranteed legend on one.
Was like 4 multis or some shit, which is nuts. Like what the hell?
There was a guaranteed buggy one too.
Yep. I remember that one.
And there was 6+ quick law was one on the Lucy battle, wasn't it? Or, or like something like that.
Yeah. Like, no,
The good old days.
yeah, 100%. Like, I agree with you. Like, it's 30 multis is fucking absurd. Like, there's no denying that. But I think that people need to just really take a chill pill and be like, okay, like, you have your own autonomy. The game's actually giving you flexibility if you want to do beyond 30, which is actually a good thing for once, you know?
And
Like,
if you're an endgame player, too, you get a lot of gems, man. Like you get like a lot. And if you're skipping the anniversary exclusives and stuff, and actually skipping banners, I think the free to play like gem total with the login pack since the last Super Sugofest at New Year's is like 3,500 gems or something ridiculous. So if you've saved until that like between Super Sugo banners and you're more of an endgame player, you're gonna have a lot of gems ready for this Sugofest.
man, I have
Yep.
1350 gems in the stock, and I have 220 gem mails at the moment.
Yeah, and you summoned on the
I
like the
summoned,
last
yeah,
anniversary.
which is fine.
So, like,
But I think I'm gonna I think averaging the gem mails is like 5 to 6 gems per mail has always been the average. So that's another 1,500 gems just like stocked up,
Easily.
ready to go. You know what I mean? So like, fuck it, we're doing 60 on part 1, boys. This time, let's run it.
Let's fucking go.
I don't know. Like, I guess from like Flame and Knight's perspective, like, how do you guys feel about the banners, like the way that they've kind of set up the banners and stuff too?
Well, they're doing like that film red style structure.
I think so.
which-
Yeah, it seems like that's the
it's that-
case.
Yeah, I mean that kind of sucks ass. I'm not gonna lie. We kind of like I said it before we started the podcast that 60 multis is crazy, but I mean I guess for those people that don't have self control that go past 30, that's good for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean if you're going past 60 now, like that's OD.
You need to get help.
But-
There should be a helpline after you go past 60.
Well,
Yeah, I mean,
after
like-
you do 60 pulls, you're guaranteed 2 of the new Super Sugos in some fashion. So
Yeah.
Right. But yeah, I mean, I don't really understand why there's 6 parts when there's gonna be there's 6 parts for part 1, and then there's still part 2 and part 3. So, like, what by the end we're gonna have like 20 plus banners? Like that's
Hey
kinda
man, I
crazy.
can't wait. That tweet's gonna go crazy. I can't wait to put that one out. There's gonna be so many little dots on the fucking screen, man. It's gonna be crazy as.
I mean, I'm hoping whoever you guys saved up, like if you're free to play.
Yeah,
definitely
100%,
hope you saved up.
100%, man. Hopefully, I don't think people did, but I bloody hope that they did, because like, yeah, man, there's a lot to go.
Yeah,
Annie's
it's
just
like-
starting.
And it's like, yeah, the crazy thing about it is like a lot of people are gonna want to like insta pull, but then like, what if part 2 comes out and like Saturn's like super broken?
Absolutely
What if
right.
part 3 comes
Absolutely
up and
right.
whatever's in part 3, like that's kind of scary, to be honest.
Absolutely.
So
Yeah, 100%. Not anything from you?
I don't really mind like the 60 multi thing, honestly. I think 6 banners is dumb. That's really dumb.
Yeah,
That's like the
absolutely.
dumbest shit ever. Like what? the
Especially if like part 2, 3, and 4 are all identical. Like that's just fucking stupid.
fuck? Right.
Like,
bro,
Yeah.
what happens to when it was just like, all right, new units, banners 1, 2, 3, that's it. Like
that,
Like, what the
we
fuck
used
happened
we used
to
to
that?
complain about 3 parts, man. I got 6. What the fuck? What the hell? I guess quickly then, as part of this section as well, what is the strategy for players? What do you think they should be doing, Todd? Covering these banners.
well, they need to wait until they officially reveal it, and then they need to wait for the Captain Pappy infographic
Amen.
to see
Yes, sir.
what characters are available on each part, and then determining, looking at tier lists from Stump or myself to
Yep.
determine which characters are good, who's actually available.
Yep.
And the thing is as well, because it is a film red structure, not every character will be available on this Sugofest. Like, I totally expect some Super Sugos and Annie
Yes.
units to just not be pullable during this period until like part 2 or part 3.
Mm-hmm.
So you'll have to wait for that. I think it honestly, it really comes down to your own opinion. But I feel like if you don't know, you're like just starting the game, I feel like just pull for the Luffy or Zoro or the Sanji, just one of those, and
Yep.
you're kind of going to be good. But again, it
think,
really comes down to what's available.
I think the first 10 multis, especially if you're a new player on part 1, are a good shout.
Yep.
Isn't the 10th multi a full red multi?
All reds, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, so if you're a new player, you're like looking for dupes or looking for some of those older legends, like part 1's gonna have everything. So we can assume anyway. So sending 10 multis there is not a bad shout. And then, like I said, the first 5 multis, they're typically on those extra parts. are usually very, very good value. So you could always just sort of send 5, 5, and 5, or if you like Todd said, if you want to pick up probably the most illustrious unit that's going to help you for the next month, the Luffy Zoro Sanji is probably going to be that guy.
Yeah, absolutely. I think I'm a big proponent of, if you have the gems, 30 on part 1's the play. It just is. Like, if you can afford to do it, like guaranteeing yourself one of the new units and then pivoting from there, I think will be the best outcome. So I think 30 on part 1 is the best possible situation. And ideally, within those 30, you get everything. Obviously, probably not the case for a lot of people. Some people get really lucky.
It's not even that hard. What are you talking about?
You know, for me, it's not. I do it all the fucking time. For everyone else, they kind of
You
suck
do
ass.
do it all the time.
I'm the GOAT. But I think 30 on part 1's a play. I want to quickly mention, I'm not going to have it as a separate section. The Zoro banner is also a separated thing. Has Roku Brook there, has the waifu trio, Gear 5 6+ Luffy, and also TM Croc 6+ is on the rate boosted. The Zoro and the Brook are the highest point boosters for TM, just as an FYI.
What? Oh, come on, man.
Yeah,
so that's the treasure map banner.
That's pretty much the treasure map banner. So that means that Saturn will most likely be coming out for Kizuna.
Kizuna or end of month, but
yeah.
I feel like
so just as an FYI, that's the TM banner for the most part.
Okay, so
it adds a lot of value. Yeah, exactly right. But I don't want, there's no point in discussing that. Fuck that banner. If you're pulling it, all the best.
Yeah, but like if it has all the treasure map legends on it too, like.
Well, I mean, good. I mean, it might only have 6+ though. That's my guess. My guess would be it has 6+ on it. So we'll see. We'll wait and see. Maybe we get a special infographic for that one. I don't know, with my balls on it.
Well, if it is the treasure map banner, then it surely will have it'll surely have treasure map legends on it.
I bloody hope so. You know, who knows with this dick-ass game sometimes, man. I'm going to quickly rattle off the rest of the news, and then you guys can, like, kind of chirp in when there's, like, interesting stuff to kind of say. The Make Your Own Sugofest, we just had the voting period. I think it's it's still going on for another 4 days. You can pick...
It goes until the 14th.
Yes, 14th.
Is a very interesting topic.
And then the results get announced on the 10th of June, a month afterwards. And then,
what the fuck?
And then the multi will come out sometime in mid-June. There's no date, which is just so fucking stupid. But anyway, basically the way that it works is hop on a website, put your ID in, give your credit card details and 3 wacky digits to Captain Papi. And then as part of it all, you can pick 10 legends that you want to appear on this banner. And then they're going to total the results, and the top 20 legends will be on the banner as the quote-unquote rate boosted units, and you can pull any one of the 20 on the first 1 to 10 posters, and then on the 11th poster you are guaranteed to pull one of the top 10 voted units. And as pretty much every legend is available, barring the new ones. Like I think Alba and Mihawk weren't on there, and obviously the new anniversary units aren't on the voting as well, so that's pretty cool. I don't know, what did you guys vote for? Like, just off the top of your head, any of the cool ones?
Anniversary Sugos that have super special. That's all I went for.
I just went for units that I was missing, I think it was, for the most part. Because I was like, fuck it, man. I picked
yeah, just like a bunch of the Annie units that I was missing, because I have all the Super Sugos currently, so I didn't really need any of those.
Yeah.
I think I also picked a couple Rumble units like Weevil and Kizaru, because I don't have them yet. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Nothing crazy.
Cool.
The only advice I can give there is just stay away from regular legends.
Yeah, absolutely.
Don't select
man. Hell no, dude.
For everyone's sake.
The Choose Your Own Reward character gifts will be starting on the 11th, so on Anniversary Day, and going for like literally like a month and a half, which is kind of disgusting. Just a bunch of like choose your own legends, characters, rare recruits, all that kind of fun stuff from various arcs. The interesting part here is like in the little note section, it says only a portion of the collection is shown. So, and that's kind of the interesting part, because it says like Land of Wano Volume 1. So potentially over this scheduled period, we might get more of these collections popping up, which is kind of cool, because like for some of the collections they're kind of asked, but then for other collections, like for example the Marineford one, you have PvP Ivankov, which is kind of broken. Dressrosa doesn't really have anything too exciting. The Whole Cake one, you have like Legend Jinbei's there, Capone's there, like that's kind of whatever as well. The Land of Wano one is disgusting. You have Kizuno Otama, you have K-Dad, Annie Legend, you have Yamato, you have Raizo Shinobu, you have Izo Kiku as legend choices potentially, And then the Egghead Straw Hat one is kind of like trash ass. Given the fact that you get the Jinbei and the Chopper for free as a tutorial, and then also like for 1 medal. So probably the Usopp would be the better one, because I believe that's support Usopp. So keep that in mind. Yeah. There is I mean, I'll talk about them again in the other news, but a lot of like login bonus stuff. There is the OPTC voyage log thing, which is kind of interesting. There is like 2 sections to it. So the completed log. So the first thing is the departure date, which is like the day you started your account, I suppose. How long you've been at sea, how many quests you've cleared, which I think will be very fun to see, in your current bounty. And then there is the 1 year log, which will show your most frequently used character, your tavern wall smashed, which is so funny. Which basically shows how many pulls you've done.
How many units you've pulled, right? Yeah, that's hilarious. I didn't realize that was going to be
basically, if you divide that number by 10, that's how many multis you've more or less done, which is so funny.
Oh no!
Actually,
wait. Would that count? Like, what if you did like a ticket? Would that?
Well, I think that's the interesting part though, because tickets would probably count. Because friend point summons, I think, might count as well. Depending.
Yeah,
so it's kind of a bit skewed, but it'll be very interesting. It has bounty earned. It has berries earned. So I think a lot of people are going to have some fucking obscene numbers on that one, which would be really funny to see. Treasure map runs completed, which is a fucking Knight's favorite stat, mate.
Let's fucking go. Fuck.
Pirate Rumble match victories, highest level achieved in PKA, and then co-op quest clear, which everyone's going to be 0. So, you know. And it also has down there, you can kind of see in the screenshot, highest personal ranking. That'd be kind of fun to see what kind of pops up there. It's a little fun thing. You get 25 gems depending on how many posts they get through this time period. So I think it's probably going to be hashtag SNS campaign for that one. As usual, SNS campaign stuff. There is a trial quest thing going on, but I'll touch on that in the other section as well. That's all the additional news. Now, raid units got a bunch of level limit breaks and limit breaks expansion. I don't know how deep we want to go into this stuff, but
bro, the Aokiji is literally legend worthy.
Okay, pop off.
He is so fucking insane. I was bugging when I was reading him for the first time. I was like, bro, there's just no way.
I think he's better than legend worthy. He's like anniversary legend worthy. Like he's better than some legends we've gotten recently. Better than Mr. What's his name? Mr. 2, Mr. 1 or his name.
Fucking Daz Bones, brother. Daz Bones.
Yeah, I gotta pull up his info. But essentially, he removes special bind. He so you gotta think about it in the context of using him with Borsalino, because when you use Borsalino with these new guys and you have the full Navy squad, the cool thing about it is that all these specials of all these new navies with their buffs, they basically only buff like a certain color or a certain class. But when you use Borsalino Captain, it works for everyone. And they all have the effects of, like, they give you more buffs if you have Navy tag characters. So again, just perfect synergy with Borsalino. This guy locks slots for 2 turns, full board of tandem slots. He can potentially give you a chain addition and a heal if you've got an attack boost already on the crew. But then he also will give you a 3 times attack boost for 2 turns for Striker, which can be for everyone with Borsalino. 6 turns of special bind removal whilst also removing it in his crewmate ability, as well as inflicting 1.75 increased damage taken for 2 turns through immunity. Like, this guy's just, like, cracked. Like, what the hell are they thinking? And he's got a super tandem.
And he's a super tandem, yeah.
2.25 super tandem to Navy tag characters, and it's a 2-tap plus him. Yeah, so it's this guy's great. I don't know what they were thinking, but I want more of this for sure. This is fantastic.
This is how they should always, like, because it's funny, like, the screenshots that I posted are like the copies of the characters that I have in my box. My Kuzan is level 1 special. He's fucking useless. I'm gonna go back and farm these units to make sure
I just did it today.
You know, like, because like,
I literally have a video out like that I've literally uploaded as we've been talking on, like, farming them.
Yeah,
because it's like old content too. It's super easy to farm, and then these characters are just
it's so good. It's so good. The irony is that you're gonna have to probably go to the recollection archive, which, like, or you can wait for them to rotate around.
Them is 200. No, well, all of them to unlock all of them is 200 points.
Okay, that's pretty good then. You can get it.
I think the int ones are available right now.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, the int ones are up right now too. Yeah.
But yeah, like, even like, for example, like, just to quickly breeze through a few of them, like, all their specials just do so much more now. Like, it's actually like insane. Like, Fuji puts a set target status, which is just fucking disgusting. Like, which is like really, really good. They get like new crewmates. They all get super tandems. I think Zeph got a final tap, which is like a dog shit one, but for a free to play unit, why not?
Akainu also got a.
Akainu got also one as well.
Also got
like,
a final tap.
Akainu does some like nasty stuff with ignited status, like you know, like conditional buffs with that. Like these are really
three
good.
times color affinity boost.
Yeah, like a lot. These are free units, man. Like this is what they should like. This I love this because this is how like they should be bringing. Like what they should do with this alongside it is that make these raids available on Event Island and have some Tropic Man missions alongside them, and it's perfect. I think that would be the best way to look at it. That's what keeps people in.
Clear the Kuzan, say clear the Kuzan clash with like I don't know, characters that revolved around that.
With Robin, you get 10 gems. Put a Robin in there, 10 gems. You know,
done.
Fuji one, maybe I don't know, get like fucking Law or something like that. You know, Akainu get Ace, like it's do that. You know, and then like that's the next step in this iteration. But I mean, as a starting point, as a step one. All these units have like really good level limit breaks and potential abilities. Like I'm so pleased that like what they've done here. I think it's really positive, and hopefully going forward to keep buffing the tag system a little bit. They keep adding these free to play units, giving them like tag abilities, giving them really good level limit breaks. You know, overall, which I think is super positive. So fingers crossed for that one. I don't know if there's anything else to call out amongst those units at all.
Is one thing I'm just kind of thinking about is like if you're a new player and you get Borsalino, you can literally just get all these characters for free, and you've got like a crack team.
Yeah, the team. Yeah. The Kuzan as well is part of the Chocoman missions too. So they make you do the Kuzan.
Oh yeah, true.
Easy.
True. Good point. Perfect.
And they're very easy to farm too. Extremely easy.
Given the power creep, absolutely. I guess super quickly as well, we'll touch on it. There's a Blitz battle. I mean, who would have thunk it, fellas? Another Blitz battle. Rewards are more or less the same. The only benefit is that we get one of the potential. We get the Super Tandem Boost tablet from Blitz, which is kind of cool. 30k points.
No, that's neat.
Ton of gems. I think it's like 100 or something gems from Blitz rewards. As usual, which is really good. Like a lot of gems, which is, you know, super positive. So, you know, shout out to... What was that ticket there real quick? Oh, from the Olympics. Okay, never mind. Yeah, so pretty good. And then just quickly, Ray Shop got a massive update. Massive Ray Shop update as well.
Oh, yeah, let me know about this. I didn't actually check this.
So they added in what seems to be about 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30, 33, 36, 30, like 40, 45 characters into the raid shop. All these free-to-play units. The fucking, what are they called? The Tenryubito? What's the English word for them? The fucking god jabronis? The Celestial Dragons. They added like free-to-play characters for that Dex Lao G. Remember him? He's in the raid shop. They're all just available. They're 10 copies of each one. I don't know if they all got level limit breaks. Fucking OG silver Kobe's in the raid shop, dude. Let's fucking go.
Yo,
let's go.
Shout out Boris, man. That's the goat.
Yeah, feed all the legends too.
That's the legend status, man. Amen. You gotta feed your dupes to Kobe to get good pulls, man. Remember those days? But yeah, they're all just added to the raid shop, which is kind of cool. I think that's just a nice little touch, because like hopefully it means they're being fucking removed from other places, but I doubt it. But maybe they're all gonna get fucking level limit breaks. Who knows, right? Which is kind of cool. Even like the bronze axe hand Morgan is available in the race shop too. So it's like
that is fucking hilarious.
Hold on, I'll just post it real quick. The images for you guys, but yeah, I think it's just kind of neat. Like there's a bunch of units. There's also some tickets in the race shop, but I mean, they're never worth it. 70,000 points for a ticket, like fuck that, man. Hell nah. That's cool. The other part of the race shop is the gem race shop. Now will once again have like one of each of the gold tablets. And judging by the bug that happened last year, at the same time, be privy, because you know there might be a bug that occurs again where you can just purchase multiple copies because the servers lag. Just want to put it out there.
How
You
did
know.
they rectify that? Did they just like?
No, they didn't. They just
Oh,
they
no.
swept it under the rug. They swept it under the rug.
Oh, right.
They didn't fucking care about it at all.
That's so funny.
But just keep that in mind because once we got the berry ship, the 10x berry ship last time, it lagged the servers out a bunch, so you could purchase multiple tablets. So factor that in when you're, when the time comes to be somewhat privy. Because if you can purchase a bunch of rush tablets or a bunch of tandem tablets, you're fucking flying at that point, So look forward to that. And I guess the last thing, which sounds kind of weird to say, is we have a little bit more information on Assault Rumble. Just a tad bit more information on Assault Rumble, which is it's just starting very, very soon, actually. I think it's like basically on like anniversary time.
Yep.
Yeah,
so
let's get left.
Assault Rumble, the way that it works is you get a score based upon your damage score, which is the damage you deal, and a life score, which is how much HP you have remaining, and that is multiplied by the assault level, a defeat bonus, and then your trusty character bonus. Ladies and gentlemen, we have boosted units in Assault Rumble. Let's fucking go, dude. So once you defeat the boss, you get the defeat bonus, you get the trusty character bonus as well. The other factor of things is that as you defeat the boss, they increase their boss assault level, their boss arse level increases to a level of max. And once you hit the max level, once you defeat the boss, you go into a quote-unquote break status. And then essentially the boss doesn't die, but you can continue dealing damage, and then it kind of buffs your score up. So the idea will be that you want to rush to getting to max level to get more and more points. It is a gem event. It is a gem event. Like, factor that in. Yeah, it's not fun. Just keep that in the back of your mind. You can spend gems to get really further beyond. I think someone mentioned that like rank 1 alliance gets like 100 gems and like 5 mil bounty or some shit from it or something like that. So like, I don't know if that's 100 gems per person, but that'd be fucking good if that's the case. I think you do get rumble tickets from fighting in the bosses. And there's also separate ass rumble teams as well, like slots to put your teams in there. So that's pretty cool. The other factor of it is there are some Trouble Man missions associated with it, which gives you rumble tickets for the first time in like how many years has Rumble been in the game? We get like another way to get rumble tickets, which kind of will speed up the Gather Island stuff very quickly. So a lot of it will be in the relation. So clearing levels 1 to max, so level 10 nets you. At level 1 gives you 1,000, 2,000, like so on and so on. So like level 1, it's level 1 to 10 gives you, I think it is 10,000 rumble tickets.
Oh, that's a lot
total. So from 1 to 10. So as a cap. So like you get 1,000 per level. Sorry, plus some bounty, plus some rumble scrolls. I think maybe some gems as well. And then once you clear the max, that's clear max level. If you clear the max level with 3 or more different kinds of tag characters, I think this one's Egghead, you get another 1,000. And if you clear it again with something else, you get another 1,000. So there's 12,000 rumble tickets on offer for this period of time. Which, when you really break it down, every gem is roughly like about 27 times 3 on a good day. So probably dropped it down to like 25. So like 75 tickets per gem. Divide that into 12,000. You're looking at like, I don't know, like a lot of gems. Yeah. Like to get to that point, overall.
Yeah, because getting rumble tickets was really fucking hard.
So if every month you can kind of net yourself an additional 10,000 tickets, like that's going to speed up your whole Gather Island stuff a lot, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, for sure.
And hopefully clearing the bosses also gets you rumble tickets. Hopefully. That'd also be really good too if that's the case. But we'll have to wait and see for that one. But another game mode to spend your gems on. Not that deep. I don't know. It's up to you. You can there is daily stamina, so you can just play through the daily stamina anyway and kind of call it a day. It also is an alliance event, so there will be alliance rewards and personal ranking rewards. So like keep that in the back of your mind as well for gems spent and how many you might get back as well. That's everything. That's 11th anniversary, lads. We've done not too bad. Hour 40 for 11th Annie. I don't know if there was any like final thoughts on 11th Annie stuff per se.
I guess we gotta wait and see what the rest of the celebration has. But
Yeah.
at the moment, like I think the real positive that I like is a ton of gems have been given away. I think that's a net positive. A lot of people love that. We'll see what the content's like. We hope the Blitz battle isn't going to be toxic, but it probably is.
Probably will
real.
be.
Hope the TM isn't toxic, but it probably will. We'll see.
Absolutely. Stump, anything?
It's just a lot. There's a lot coming, which is good to see. But at the same time, like I think the pacing is what's going to set it for me. Like I was looking at the scheduling, and I think like when the anniversary starts, we have the Assault Rumble. There's the free grand party that starts as well.
Yep.
Then there's co-op still going. There's PKA still running. So I just want to hope that they schedule things correctly. Well, not correctly, it's probably a bad word, but hopefully they don't like blast with content day one. Periods of like,
He's dying. He's like,
Yeah.
he's dying.
I'm dying.
But we get what he's saying. It's a lot of it's a lot of content at the very start. It's like the 5th. So on anniversary day, you have the Super Sugofest, you have Zoro's banner, PKA is still ongoing, Assault Rumble starts, and special grand party starts as well. Then on the 13th, you have the co-op quests, which is okay. It starts on the 13th, and then in between co-op quests, you have the Blitz battle starting on the 16th of PST time, and once Blitz battle ends on the 18th, it leads into the the Grand Feast Sugofest, which is just to quickly spend your gems and move on, and then you have a bit of respite, like basically a day, and then you have TM on the 21st. And then you have like 2 days, and then you have Kazuna Clash on the 27th, which is likely when part 2 of the celebration will drop at that time. So that's kind of like the general gist, which is like it's a lot of stuff going on in the whole grand scheme of things. Plus, there's a bunch of free multis going on too. So like I don't know, I think they've done a decent job overall with the kind of structure so far. But again, I think it is really a wait and see with the rest of the campaign, rest of the anniversary. Plus, we know Saturn's coming for part 2 or part 3, depending on how they approach it. But fucking, I don't know, man. It's gonna be kind of cool to have a Gorosei legend in the game at some point. Like it's, it arguably probably should be like the strongest character in the game, depending on how they approach it. But we will wait and see. That's Treasure Cruise stuff. I don't know. How do you guys feel? Do you guys want to jump into anything else? You just want to jump to the TCG, or what do you guys want to do?
I don't think I have anything else to say about the Treasure Cruise stuff, at least for now.
Cool. Flame, how do you want to approach it, man? How do you guys feel?
I mean, I'm down to talk. I mean, there's definitely some stuff to talk about this week.
All right, let's blitz through it though. So, that's Treasure Cruise stuff. There's a few things in other news. That's fine. If you're here for Treasure Cruise, if you're here for Stump, you can fuck off. Stump's probably gonna stick around, but like if you're here for just the Annie stuff, we're done. Fuck you guys. All right, quickly running through it. GTA 6 delayed. Talk to me about it. What's happening, man?
So yeah, they so GTA 6 was supposed to come out like the fall
now, pretty
winter
much
this year. Yeah, no. Like it was supposed to come out like September, like October. But now it got delayed till May 26th of next year.
Yep.
And they also just released the second trailer for the game, and it looks phenomenal.
Yep.
Yeah. And I think the trailer was like captured on like base PS5.
I was about to say, I read that it was captured on PS5, which is nuts, by the way. Like that's cool.
Yeah, because Rockstar games, I think in general, but GTA games don't release on PC when on release. They usually come out like a year after.
But just for it to look that good on a PS5, like, doesn't make any sense. Like, no sense at all.
It's kind of weird because they had said that it's a mix of gameplay and cinematics, which I don't believe.
Yeah.
Because there's no way that it looks that good on base PS5.
Yeah.
And not gonna run like shit.
Yeah.
Like that's crazy. But yeah, I mean, very quickly to go into it, they kind of alluded to it in the first trailer, but the game it's based in Florida, like Vice City type vibes. It's gonna be like a love, like Bonnie and Clyde type story.
Yep.
Jason, Lucia are the main characters, and It looks really good. Like I am super excited to play it next year.
Yeah.
And I guess the longer they have to work on it, because the reason that they said it delayed it was because they wanted to improve like the working conditions for that game, which um it's been in production forever, but whatever. Anyway, if it's gonna be a better product, I don't mind.
Absolutely right. Absolutely. I'm looking forward to it. I think it'll be fun. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Should be cool. I guess the jumping from one side to thing. Not that anyone fucking gives a shit, but the Xbox got a price increase for whatever fucking reason. No one bought
Yeah,
that shit anyway. But I bet.
Yeah, I guess they took the opportunity with the Switch stuff.
Yeah, Drew.
So yeah, they said as of this holiday, all Xbox games are going to be $80 MSRP. Not sure what that equates to you, but $80 for us. And the console, nobody cares about the Series S, so the regular Xbox Series X. Before it was $499, now it's jumping up to $599, so $100 difference pre-tariffs. So that's pretty crazy. And the other piece of news, which was like it was super random, it was just kind of like a stealth drop. Gears of War, originally only on Xbox, is releasing on PlayStation for the first time ever. It's a full remaster of the first game on August 26th. So that's gonna be pretty cool.
There we go.
For
Something
anyone that didn't
something
play
I
it.
saw as well. Do you guys see the Death Stranding 2 stuff that they revealed the other day?
I
No.
did. They went into like a whole like big segment. Like they let the companies play like 30 hours of the game.
What the hell?
Apparently the game's phenomenal from what they were saying.
Apparently, gameplay wise, is relatively similar to the first game. So if you hated the first game, you're
You ain't
probably
gonna
not
like
gonna
it.
like Death Stranding 2. One thing that I did see though that was kind of cool is that apparently, after the first part of the game, you actually end up going to a different area, and it's actually Australia.
Oh shit.
Oh, shit.
Death Stranding 2 is in Australia.
Yeah, mate.
And
Yeah, you dog.
Apparently you can capture wildlife and save them, and like you can get like a
What
little
the
kangaroo
fuck?
and shit. Yeah, I was like, what the fuck? That's kind of
capture
crazy.
a fucking crocodile or some shit, man. I don't know.
Nah, that's hype.
I'm
Not-
locked in. I'm in, baby. Let's run it. That's cool as hell.
Not that we're gonna fully go into it, but that's the nuke tweet for that game. That's like everything.
Tighter, pacier, more gripping. Sounds like your mother.
Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day, moms out there. Hit me up. My DMs are open. Any single moms, you know what I'm saying? Okay. And then on gameplay trailers, Borderlands 4, Flame. You're excited?
Yeah, since we're keeping it light this week, I'll probably go into more detail next episode.
Yeah.
But yeah, they dropped a 20-minute gameplay / like developer breakdown of the game. They showed 2 of the new Vault Hunters of the 4.
Yep.
They showed the new like area / world planet that you're gonna be playing on. They showed a lot of stuff. Borderlands 3 was was a big disappointment to me personally as a big Borderlands fan. Borderlands 4, that trailer, it looked god tier. I don't want to get my expectations too high.
Absolutely, yeah.
Because I know what they are capable of. But yeah, I'll go more into detail next episode. The only thing I will mention today is I'm actually really upset because the release date for that game was supposed to be September 23rd, and I requested like a regular day off at my job for that, so I could be home.
You got gypped.
And they pushed it a week forward, so now the game's coming out like September 12th.
You have
I'm like, fuck.
You got some random ass day off. Like, what the hell, man?
Yeah, some random ass day off.
Some man's gonna be walking around the city, being like, "What the fuck do I do with myself, man? What the hell?"
So before the GTA stuff, people were saying that they pushed it back because GTA might come out that day. Well, no, now that's not happening either. So fuck me.
It's so funny.
But yeah, that's that for right now.
That's so funny. So good. And then last thing, Honkai Star Rail collabing with fucking Fate is cooked, by the way. Like, what the hell?
The only
What
reason
the hell?
The only reason I brought this up is because I saw Todd tweeted, so I'm like, oh, well, let me talk about it a little bit.
Craziest collab I've ever
That's
seen.
nuts. That's fucked up, dude.
Yeah, so they announced last year during like some Oyo Fest or anime convention or whatever
Yep.
that Star Rail was gonna be collabing with Fate Stay Night,
Yep.
and we kind of really only knew like Saber was gonna be involved,
Yep.
but we finally got like the full reveal. So we're getting a limited 5-star Saber unit, and we're also getting Emiya Archer, but he's gonna be a free to play 4-star unit.
Right.
The person that writes the FGO stories, I think his name's like Nasu or some shit like that.
Yeah.
He's actually going to be writing the event for
What
Star
the
Rail, which
fuck?
yeah, that's going to be pretty crazy. I think it's going to be coming out around like July 11th, the week after 4th of July. The banners, it's actually going to be a first of its kind. This is the first collab that game had. They said apparently that this banner is going to run for like 3 months, and the only thing that's gonna suck is in that game, pity carries over for all limited banners, but it's not gonna apply to that banner. So any pulls that you have, it's not gonna apply to the other ones, which that sucks a lot, to be honest. But yeah, they showed the animations and stuff. They haven't showed like the skill sets for the units or anything. Probably in like maybe like 2 or 3 episodes, I'll have that information. But yeah, the animations, I think they did her really good. I really like her artwork as well. A lot of people were kind of weirded out that they took off her armor. I don't really care about that, to be honest. Um, but yeah, that's gonna be pretty exciting. I'm definitely gonna pull for her because you know how collabs are in those games. Once they're gone, that's
Then
it.
you
Yeah,
would
they, like,
never
never
seeing
come
it.
back.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they lose the license. But yeah, that's it's I never thought I'd see a game collab with Fate. That's probably like the biggest collab ever, to be honest. Um, but yeah, it's super exciting.
There you go. Exciting. We'll have to get an update whenever that drops. See what it
Yeah,
kind of goes down. All right. Let's blitz a little bit of the game corner. What's been happening in the game corner, fellas? What have you guys been playing?
Yeah, what's this game that you said you were playing before Flame that like it's like 80 hours in and you're still going? Like, what game was that again?
Defense, Jamunk,
So-
Danganronpa.
So I don't remember if I started it last week, but this game came out April 24th or 24th, came out like 2 weeks ago. It's like one of the Danganronpa series games.
Oh, right, okay.
So Night, to be honest, my Night just mute because I don't want to spoil you.
All right.
So basically, I ran through a spoiler warning for anyone that's playing that game, by the way. I was playing through the game. I initially, so it's basically like it's on like a day system. Like you every day you're playing, it's like day 1, day 2, so on. And the premise is to get to day 100 to survive like this invading enemy attacking the school, whatever. It's like a whole storyline thing, which I'm not gonna get too much into right now. But um, anyway, I got to day 100. I beat the game, but then this whole crazy thing happens, and you're basically prompted a decision of either going back to like revert some of the damage and decisions that happened throughout the 100 days,
Right. Okay.
or to go with your friends to wherever you're gonna go at the end of the game. So I was like, oh fuck yeah, let's go back and do the 100 days. So because now you have like way more knowledge and there's like a bunch of other stuff you understand. So now you go back, and the whole first playthrough of the game is essentially like a tutorial because there's like
the
a bunch of
fuck?
shit. Yeah, no, it's like it's super
Fucking
crazy.
hell,
It's super
man.
crazy. It's super crazy. Then the whole menu changes. It turns to the 100 line Last Defense Academy 2, and now you're in this new game mode. You're able to prevent a bunch of shit that happens in the beginning of the game. They give you options to literally alter the story mode. It's like, oh, do I want to save this person or not? And like you actually get to pick the decisions, and it branches off into all of like these different fucking paths and routes, and they're all completely different.
Oh
It's
my
like
God.
there's no repetitive dialogue, there's no repetitive battles. Like it's like so insane. It's like they created like it's literally like they created like 100 games. Like that's
Fuck
how
that.
in depth and crazy it is.
That's
Yeah,
too
no,
much.
no, it's like it's retarded crazy. So but there's some routes that are like really quick. Like there's some where if you pick the decision, like you just die and that counts as a clear.
Sick.
So I was playing in essentially a route that I thought was like the main route. I ended up getting story locked, and it was like, oh, you have to clear endings so and so to continue. So I'm like, fuck. So I branched off and I started doing all these other routes, and I'm on like my 13th clear right now. And I went and like they kind of have like a little gallery section that you can kind of like look at like some still images that you collect like during your playthrough. And I was looking, and there was like 6 pages of like 12 plus rows that are all question marked. I was like, how long is this fucking game?
Man's gonna actually you're gonna have to
Jesus.
play it 100 times. Like you actually
No,
have to play
no,
it
like
100 times.
no, like I'm being so serious. I think by the next time we have an episode, I think I'm still gonna be playing the game. Like, that's how long
That'd
that
be
game is.
fucked up. That'd be so cool. All right, Knight,
But
come
yeah,
back.
that's basically that.
That's fun. Anyone else been playing anything?
Let me message him.
Yeah, message Knight. So what have you been
Playing
playing?
the Expedition 33.
Yeah, how's that going? The old French game by the French.
Yeah,
French
dude,
boys?
that game is actually incredible, man. It is wild. Like just not only just the graphics of the game are phenomenal. The gameplay is really fun as well. It's a turn-based game, very similar to Final Fantasy, Persona, very similar kind of game.
Yeah,
But
right.
it's cool in a way where it's turn-based, but there's also a little bit of action elements where when an enemy attacks you, you can either dodge or parry. If you time it correctly, and it can give you obviously massive benefits being able to dodge attacks and stuff. So rather than just tanking hits, you actually are more engaged with the game, which I kind of dig. The soundtrack, man, is oh my god! Like just the opening like 20 to 30 minutes in the prologue of the game, it just hooks you in. Like you ever hear people when they're like trying to promote a game, like, oh bro, it gets good after like X hour or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
This game hooks
Yeah.
you like immediately, pretty much. Like it gets you. I haven't played that much of it. I think I've put like maybe 7 or 8 hours into the game. I'm in like Act 2 or something. So
Right.
it's a really nice game. The company behind it's kind of interesting too. They're like a really small,
Yeah,
like I think it's like 30 people or
I think it is
something.
33 people. 33 people from ex Ubisoft stuff. I think it was.
Yeah, and
they're like the devs that like they didn't give a fuck no more, right?
Yeah, they just quit. They're
Pretty
like,
much.
Fuck Ubisoft, man. Fuck that. Do our own thing. And now they
Like-
isn't it like outscaling or outselling like Assassin's Creed or something like that too? Which is the irony is that Ubisoft developed that or something like that too,
Yeah.
which is so good. Like it just works out perfectly.
Yeah.
Perfect.
No spoilers, Todd, but I heard that it has a very strong like opening / prologue.
yeah, it's very good. The prologue, like the first 20-30 minutes is really good. And then I'm not gonna spoil anything, but like the end of Act 1, it was a pretty big shock. They did something that was like it just something that you just don't normally see.
Right,
Like it
okay.
was a very obscure like
Okay.
shift to the story. I was like, oh, that's really different. Was not expecting that. I don't know if it's going to be good or bad for the story's sake, but I guess we'll see. But I think that they've done a great job, and all the stories that I've heard about how this dev team has come together is absurd. Like the story that I heard in regards to how this development team found their the person to create the music for the game is like they just like were randomly searching around on the internet. They saw that some guy on Reddit was promoting his SoundCloud. They like listened to a couple tracks and they said, "Oh my god, this guy's insane."
That's so
They
base. That's
they
so
recruited
cool.
it, and this one guy like developed all the music, and he's like, this music in this game is incredible. It's so good, and it's like the random stories like that they just found random people. They join the team, and they end up being like insanely talented. So yeah, shout out to Sandfall Interactive for
Hell
what they've been
yeah,
able to
that's
do, and
dope as hell.
really raised the bar, man. A lot of people
Absolutely.
given praises to the game, and if you haven't checked it out yourself, it is available on Game Pass. So
Yes.
yeah,
Absolutely.
it's pretty dope.
Knight, talk to me about Digimon, dude. We're no longer TCG Andes, we're game Andes. What's
Yeah.
happening, man?
Yeah, we're back, baby.
Back, baby.
My ass.
So, all over the weekend, I went over my friends for game night,
Yeah.
and the games that we played were Digimon World 4 and Digimon Rumble 2.
Okay,
Mm.
bet.
World 4 is like I think they're both like early 2000s games, but World 4 is like an action RPG and it's fucking dog shit. It's the worst game I've ever seen. It's terrible.
Sick.
But it's kind of fun to play with like friends and shit. There's like your attack button, the block button, and then you have like a magic button, and then you can like do a spin attack, and then they tell you to carefully observe the enemy's movements to correctly do shit. It's really fucking bad. But Rumble 2, on the other hand, is a fucking Smash Bros clone, but that shit's funny as hell.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, I was beating ass on that.
Hey, whoa. Okay, bet. I like it. Pause.
Yeah. No, not like crazy.
Nice.
And then I played fucking what's it, Stadium T for the first time as well. That was fun.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Stump, you playing anything? Bet.
No, just sorry, I was doing some stuff.
No.
Just the usual stuff. I've been Pokemon Pocket TCG since the rank mode's come out.
You've been grinding. I know you've been grinding that. That's for sure.
Yeah, I've been stuck in Ultra Ball 3 for like the last couple of days, but the grind from Ultra Ball to Master Ball is wild. They take away the win what's it called, your like win streak bonuses and stuff, and yeah, it's very, very tough. But the latest sets meta has been a lot of fun to play. It's not like one cringe deck that sort of just like if you don't play it, then you get punished. So yeah, that's been a lot of fun. But other than that, just usual OPTC. And
do you get anything for being in Master Ball tier?
yeah, so the ranks like update pretty much at the end of every month roughly, and you get the hourglasses. So for Master Ball, you get 85 hourglasses, I think it is.
God damn.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah, but being an Ultra Ball, which is what I'd probably just recommend, just hit Ultra Ball because it's fairly easy to get to. You still get like 40. Oh no, you get like 50. I think 50 to 55 for being an Ultra Ball.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then even if you just
Not
get to
bad.
Pokeball, you get about 30. So
Damn. Not bad at all.
yeah, it's pretty good. And like I said, this latest set they added rare candy, so it's opened the door to lots of different decks that have been a lot of fun to play.
Yeah, finally making Garchomp a little bit more playable, thankfully.
Dude, Garchomp's actually like top tier deck now. Like
Yeah.
really, really good. Garchomp Rampardos with the rare candy. You just snipe stuff on the bench. Get Garchomp out turn 2, and it's ridiculous. So I'm a big fan of, yeah, and then just bring Cyrus forward. Yeah, but like you just basically shut down the enemy's like team comps. So like if they're trying to like evolve something on the bench, they put down like a 40 HP mon or like a fossil. You just kill it before they have a chance to do anything. That's pretty funny. But big fan.
I'm not like well versed in the meta or anything, but I know that Oricorio card is really annoying. Is that like a meta card at the moment?
It's a card that like only works really if the meta defines it. Like a lot of decks are sort of just putting in cards to counter it. So they'll play like, say for example, the Garchomp deck. They'll play Garchomp Rampardos. So then you have a way to kill it. It basically just cannot take damage from EX. Yeah, you basically can't take damage from EX cards. So like last meta was literally just Darkrai Giratina, and it was super cringe.
Yeah.
You just put a Giratina on the field, charge itself, Darkrai chip damage, and then you just eventually just attack and win. Where if you have Oricorio now, you just put Oricorio in the front, and they literally can't kill you unless they Darkrai chip damage you, and then you just keep swapping between your two Oricorios, and you just win. So yeah, that card's pretty funny, but like if you throw it in a deck, for example, and then you come up against someone that just doesn't even use EX cards, it's like, well, shit, it's just going to lose me a point, or you have to try and fight it on the bench, and it kind of doesn't do anything. So it's a nice little wall, though.
That's cool.
There we go.
So yeah.
Exciting. I've been playing GTA 5 actually.
Oh shit!
Cool. Yeah, because it's on the Game Pass as well. So me and my friends just hopped into GTA 5, hopped into online, doing some heists, just fucking around. Like so fun. Like it's just so fun. You know, if that's how fun GTA 5 still is after what I think it's been out for 12 years. Now,
12 years is crazy.
if that's how fun GTA 5 is, even after 12 years, like GTA 6 is about to be like a 100-year-long game. You know, like you're about to play that thing for like a century. But that's been pretty fun. Otherwise, like, yeah, nothing much else from me. I do think I want to give this Expedition 33 a chance though. I think it looks like really cool. And again, it is on the Game Pass, so why the hell not, right?
Yeah, and we played on some blueprints as well. That was actually a lot of fun. So if you guys did you guys play it at all?
Puzzle. I'm watching Northern Lion play through it right now. That's been really fun to just like that game is just like crazy, kind of eerie as well, a little bit spooky, but like not really as well. Like it gives this real nice eerie feel to things.
There was a point when me and Carissa were like first starting to play it, that like I was totally expecting like at some points for there to be like a jump scare or
like
something.
A creature
something to chase you, but no, there's nothing there. It's just
but it keeps the tension, right? Like if you fully immerse yourself, like it's very like, oh, like there's this letter talking about like someone dying, and you're like breaking down this whole family heritage and this mansion and what it means and all these rooms and like there's different. It's like it's really well put together. I think the game. I remember I need to look into it more, but I think like the game took like half a decade to make, or like was it 8 years to like develop or something.
Oh, really?
I think so. I think I remember reading that somewhere. I could be like completely wrong though. But I think it was one of those games like a passion project that just took a really long time to put together like so perfectly. So, yeah, super fun, really cool game. I would highly recommend people either watch it or play through it as well. Absolutely. I guess quickly jumping into the TCG corner. I know Stump just talked about a little bit of his adventures in TCG Pocket, but anything else happening in the TCG realm, gents?
Carissa came home from work today and she went to the card shop on her way home and she got 2 booster boxes of the latest One Piece set.
Okay.
They released like a mini booster box set.
Oh, yep.
It was like a commemorative set for the 25th anniversary of the One Piece anime. We got dog shit. We got nothing, so that was fun. But yeah, it's cool.
Right.
But that's pretty much it for the One Piece card game. Not really much is happening. They did release that little set.
Oh
and stuff,
shit!
But...
Flame has just posted his PSA gradings.
Oh shit! All right, let's go.
Let's have almost so many fucking cards, dude. Holy fuck! All right, Flame.
He's got some good grades.
You want to break it down real quick? Speed run it.
Yeah, so I sent in some One Piece, Yu-Gi-Oh, and Pokemon. I found some old ass Pokemon cards and I just sent them in just for the fuck of it. They didn't come back too great, unfortunately. My One Piece cards did really good. I got all 10s except for one, which they kind of trolled me on that Yamato, but whatever. Some of my Yu-Gi-Oh cards, one of them has a 5. I don't know why I got a 5, but fuck it, I guess. The other ones came back pretty good, but all of my this set of PSA cards were mainly Japanese Pokemon. I did get some 10s, which is good, but Japanese Pokemon cards aren't nearly as much as English ones.
Yeah.
My next batch that I sent in already that they received has mostly English stuff, and it's all like newer cards as well. So
damn, these EXs are so cool, man.
Yeah, I love the old school EXs.
It's so cool, dude.
I literally found well, actually, how many did I send? Let me see. There's actually there's 2 more that they just didn't give me a picture of, but I also had the Typhlosion and the Raichu EX from like Sandstorm like 2003 as well in there.
Oh damn.
I found them randomly in like a photo bin of like when I was looking through some shit. And I was like, what the fuck? They're not in bad quality. I guess the reason that they got those low gradings is because the hollow foil is like a little scratched up because they were just chilling. But yeah, I was happy with my first.
They really let you just fucking like sell it on eBay directly from their platform. That's nuts.
No, you sell it to the PSA vault and then like they hold it there, and then if someone wants to buy it,
right, okay,
then it goes from there. But yeah, that was my first PSA submission.
Would you say that you profited?
Oh yeah, definitely. That
yeah.
I didn't even know, but apparently that JP Boa card is worth like 300 plus.
Yeah, it says 300 to 800, which is fucking cooked. That's such a big range.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's crazy as hell. And like some
Nice.
of those cards, like that the the Iron Valiant, I bought that card for like $2,
Yeah, man,
and they got
I have so many like Japanese like full art cards that I bought like in 2016 that like I bought for like 100 yen or less at like book offs and stuff like that are all worth like minimum like 40-50 bucks a pop, ungraded, just like casually. It's like
yeah.
what the hell? It's such a weird ass thing, but 100%.
But yeah, to quickly blow through the TCG,
Mm.
in Pokemon, they just announced the black and white set for English. I think it's called Black Bull and White Flare.
Yep.
It's the first special dual set, which is kind of crazy. They're gonna have, I believe, illustration rares for like all
Every card, right? I
each.
think it was what I
Yeah,
saw.
like every card.
Yeah, it's cooked.
It's
And there's
insane.
gonna be like Pokeball and Master Ball variants. So like the entire collection of both sets together is gonna be like 700-800 cards.
That's
which
too much, man.
that's way too much. I'm not sure. I think this is a special set, so I don't think it's gonna have a booster box. I think it's gonna be straight ETBs. I think.
Correct.
That's even worse.
Which from my last experience with the special set, that's fucking horrible because those ETBs, you're literally not guaranteed anything.
Yep.
So I might, to be honest, I might just like buy singles. Fuck that.
I think that's a good idea.
Yep.
I think it's a good idea.
Yeah. So they announced it's coming out July, like 11th, 16th, something like that, around there. So that's
Does the
that for
Japanese
Pokemon.
version have guarantees, or is that a whole different thing?
I'm not sure actually.
When I bought Prismatic Evolution / Terrestrial Festival, I bought both of them. When I bought the 3 ETBs in the Japanese set, I got an alternate art in each of the boxes.
Yeah.
When I bought the 3 ETBs in English, I didn't get shit. I didn't get anything.
Was that
Not a
that's
full
when
art,
we
nothing.
recorded, right? Was that the ones we
Yeah.
recorded?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got shat
the
on.
one
You got fucked on.
I don't know the exact hit rates for those. Like, I don't know if I just had like really bad luck. I did look up like some YouTube videos and I did see some people like not pulling anything. I don't know if it's just that maybe it was just a special set, maybe like regular set ETBs, like you're guaranteed something, but I don't really want to take that chance again because yeah, that's going to be a pretty hype set because they also released a new rarity. It's called BWR, which is just basically black and white rarity. It's a Zekrom and Reshiram card, which it's not like a super crazy card, but they look really nice. I think I saw Todd tweet about it as well that he enjoyed them. So yeah, I guess we'll see closer to the day, like when some people are actually pulling it. But that's really all that's going on for Pokemon.
Cool.
Yu-Gi-Oh dropped its new set Alliance. I think it's called Alliance. I'll tell you right now what it's called. Alliance Insight. There's actually some pretty cool cards in there. There's a Dark Magician Girl that I kind of want to buy, to be honest. And I think there's like a new like JP set that's coming out that has like a crazy like new 1-turn like crew. So, people that are actually playing Yu-Gi-Oh are probably gonna go pretty crazy with that. A new 1-turn spam.
Lovely. Just what they need.
Yeah. One Piece, like Todd said, it's called the Extra Booster Anime 25th Collection. It just dropped today. It has some pretty cool cards. For some reason, like the past like 5 sets have had like alternate art puddings. I'm not sure why. But there's an alternate art pudding in here. There's a Nami. The manga is Gear 2 Luffy when he's fighting Blueno.
Oh, okay.
And there's
That's
kind
cool.
of like there's like a re-release of like a bunch of the old leaders, but it's like a new rarity SPR.
Yeah, they're like golden. They got like gold trims and gold text and stuff like that, and they're like textured and shit.
Yeah,
So,
they look
it's kinda
yeah,
cool,
they
I
look
guess.
pretty sick. I'm probably gonna pick up some singles from this set at some point. Not sure when. Because this set actually has some really nice cards.
It's
and
a lot of the cards in the set, like you actually get less good cards per box compared to normal sets.
Yeah.
Like normally in a normal set you'd get like 7 or 8 super rares, and then you get like 2 or 3 big hits. This one you get like only 6 super rares. And from what I've heard, apparently, so there's only like one leader in the set, and it's a new Luffy, and the
Oh.
Luffy's like insanely meta. It's a green purple Luffy,
Okay.
and the alt art leader for that Luffy, I think it's only 1 per case, or it might be 2 per case. Like it's really really low rate to get, so that card's worth money if you end up pulling it. And then the manga Luffy, that Luffy is a meta card that people want to actually use, so it's definitely worth a bit right now at least. So basically people are only picking up this set because of the new Luffy stuff, because in next set OP11 there's a Snake Man leader that comes out, and he is currently like by far and away the best deck in the game, and also being purple can use all the support cards from this set, and also OP09 that came out a couple sets back, which was also more purple Straw Hat support. So yeah, it gets kind of overwhelming with all the Straw Hat shit. Surprise, surprise.
Yeah.
Is there anything you're trying to pick up?
Not right now. We haven't. Carissa and I haven't really actually gone and played One Piece in a while. We've been playing too many video games and stuff to actually go out and play. But OP11 when that drops, it's gonna have a new category leader, so I'll probably try and build around that because he's my boy.
Yeah, that set I believe comes out June 11th, I think, around there, beginning of June. Jumping into TCG Pocket. Another set is leaked.
I did see that shit, man. At the end of this month, another goddamn. Come on, dude. I've had enough, man. There's too many.
It's not confirmed, but apparently
Yeah, it is. Shut up.
The Ultra Beast.
Ultra Beast head ass bullshit. Come on, dog.
I think they confirmed that they're going to drop a set at the end of every month. I'm pretty sure that's been definitely confirmed.
So stupid though. It's too many, man.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know where the fuck Gen 2 and 3 is, but
non-existent.
go off, I guess.
Yeah,
you get some
go
Ultra
off.
Beast. You get some Ultra Beast bullshit.
Maybe they're saving it for Annie. Like,
fucking know. What is this, Treasure Cruise, lad? What the fuck, man? Oh my god, dude.
But yeah, I mean, I guess Stump kind of went off about it earlier. There's like a new event.
Yep.
Yeah, there's a new event that just came out. And then yeah, that's supposed to come out at the end of the month. But actually, by next episode, we'll probably have like the trailer. Or something.
Yeah, we'll have stuff. 100% we will.
Yeah, I think it's pretty much confirmed to be like Necrozma based, like what Flame said.
Awesome.
Yeah. And all the old bits.
That's TCG Corner. Quickly, I will rattle through in other news. Let's see here. New OPTC commercial came out for the 11th anniversary. The funniest part about that whole entire commercial is that it is literally just a guy doing summons, because that's all the content that they have in this dick-ass game. I just want to put that out there. 11th anniversary countdown login bonus has started. The last login day is a Super Tandem tablet, so make sure you're logging in every day for Treasure Cruise people. The Trial Quest giveaway will be giving out 100 gems to 100 players. I believe that's the way it's going to work. So make sure you go clear the Trial Quest when it pops up to have a chance at that winning. Quickly, the co-op Trouble missions have changed. So they are now 100 million bounty or below for those missions. So it's a lot easier now to complete those ones. Less searching. That's probably because they recently have given out 80 million bounty to all players via the Supernova missions. So factor that in. It has been recently confirmed that the next 6+ will be another Zoro. Which is like so funny because V3 Zoro Juro will be getting the next 6+. This will be the free 6+ version from Pirate Rumble. The next co-op unit is a Mihawk. Also really weird because we just got a legend Mihawk very recently too. So the next co-op unit is a Mihawk. And he's 5+. Those are 2 in the game. Pick A 5+ York is also going to be on the TM. And then we received like in the database and in the game, there are 4 like units that are coming out. They're all free to play units. You can purchase them from the various shops. So you can purchase Lola from the Insignia shop. They all have supports that lock slots and then reduce like some sort of ability. You have Nami, who's from the PKA shop. you have Luffy from the Rumble shop, and then you have a Jinbei from the TM shop. They all have like potential abilities, obviously, and like different supports and that kind of stuff that like do a few things here and there. Free units, more supports. Can't complain, right? Supposedly the Jinbei has been in the game since like 5 years ago, which is like kind of weird. Like the ID, I think Two Shanks was saying the ID's been in the game for so long, which is like he was like added in 5 years ago. So I don't know. That's kind of a weird thing. That's the other new stuff. So from everyone's favorite sections into the other news, into everyone's actual favorite section is the shoutouts. I've subsided all of you guys. If you've enjoyed today's episode, make sure you go down there, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and Stump. What are they commenting down below today?
Annie
with
Annie, one N.
With one N, because Stump loves to, for some reason, to say A-N-I. You know, make sure you go down there, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the join button. Plenty of different tiers at different price points. I want to give a massive shout out to our GGP producer of Alexander Wisniewski and our good members of Stump, Raider Halo, Dr. Erection, Wackerfellow, Mike Shallow, Kiri Karasu, and Obsidian Steed 117. Thank you guys for the continued support. We do greatly appreciate it. From everyone's favorite section in the shouts, everyone's actual favorite section, it is the Q&A. Let's go. If you have any questions, you can send them through to us via Twitter at GGB Podcast or our YouTube community tab. First question comes in from Tony Twans. He says, how's the father life and F Stump? Shout out Tony. How's father life, Stump? What's popping?
Yeah, it's good, man. Keep you on your toes. I'll tell you that much. But very rewarding, and yeah, you don't have a lot of time. I found you guys just enjoy it. Enjoy time. Time's a nice thing. So,
enjoy time. That's wise words to live by from old man Stump.
Yes, sir. But no, it's good, man. It's a lot of fun.
Very, very cool. Next question from Neo X Samurai AMV. They ask, are we getting a new bullet this year? No. I hope we do. Bullet's fucking cool as hell, but W bullet, man. Bullet stays winning. Next question from Mana T Pond. They ask, 2 questions. Who's your favorite uni on Annie Part 1 and why? Just quickly around the grounds, I guess. Who's your favorite units?
Nami, and I can give you 2 reasons.
Okay. Let's go, bud. I agree with that guy. I'm gonna say the same thing. Nami for 2 reasons. Hold on, wait a minute. I think what else we got there? Knight, who you got?
Saturn.
Okay, I respect it. Stump.
The Sanji from the Luffy Zoro Sanji.
Just particularly the Sanji himself.
It's the Sanji, not the actual unit. It's the Sanji.
And Todd.
The Frankie Rare Recruit.
Oh, I love it. Great answers, everyone. Great answers.
Fantastic.
Next question from that same person. What would you suggest to those who just started playing and those who came back to the game after a long time about pulling on this Anni Sugofest? And TLDR is, we went through it, but 10 multis on part 1 to start off with, and then kind of go from there. And that's the safest play to approach. Next question from Emmanuel_try. They say, what's a good guide you'd recommend for someone trying to get into the game, be it a new player or someone coming back after years? I would recommend going and watching the tutorial series that was co-created by Stump and Todd in this call right now. Stump also has a beginner's guide. Todd has recently released a video regarding going from the tutorial, what to pull on, and the new mechanics about the tutorial and the banners stuff as well. So there's plenty of good content out there that I would highly recommend you kind of look at. Lots of stuff. Plus, you can more or less just look up the name of the content and then it'll pop up as how to clear it, what to do, that kind of stuff. Plus, it's anniversary. These boys will be pumping out a lot of content alongside a lot of other fantastic content creators out there as well. So keep your eyes out. Next question. From TRQWEMK, they ask, do you think we might get God Valley legends like Garp and Roger and Rock's crew for part 3? I mean, it's a good suggestion. I don't think so, but it's a good suggestion in all honesty.
Bro, if we get Rocks before Dragon, I'm going to throw hands.
You're going to throw a rock at yourself, mate.
I was thinking Dragon was going to be the anniversary exclusive. So, I agree. Dragon's going to come before that.
They could, though.
Yep.
God Valley... we might get it. We might sneak in there. Who knows? Cool. Next question from Itachi. He says, Stump the GOAT. Disagree. Mr. Splashman 8308 asks 2 questions. Question 1: we did get a teaser for Saturn, and we know there's 3 parts of this event. What are your predictions besides Saturn for the remaining 3 legends?
Probably Saturn and Bonnie would be my guess.
Yeah, I would agree.
And then
Are we,
the next part.
are we all in the same camp that we think it's just going to be 2 more Super Sugos and like that's kind of it? Or
I feel
what
like
do you think-
each part will be a Super Sugo, then like a normal legend.
I agree. I think
just a
that's
normal legend?
yeah, I
that's
think
what I'm
so.
thinking too. Then,
Yeah,
and yes, I'm in the camp of a Bonnie as well.
I think it's going to be a Saturn, and then the Bonnie will be the art of her stabbing Saturn. And then
That makes sense.
And then for part 3, I think it'll be I could actually see it being like a young Kuma. I think it'd be dope as hell. Or like not like the kid Kuma, but like the I guess like the middle aged Kuma, I suppose. I don't know. The stump age Kuma, you know, one of those ones. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, the fact that they said that it's 3 parts, yeah, I really don't know what they're gonna do for like, because like we know Saturn's coming, but there's not like a definitive choice for like the other part.
Correct.
I feel.
Yeah, absolutely.
Also depends on like how long they take between parts as well.
Yeah.
If they take their time, like yeah, they could just sort of push it back and who knows, see what else comes.
Also, I forgot to say this earlier, but not to go too much into a tangent. Bro, how the fuck do they not release Saturn in part 1 when he just dropped
don't get us started, man.
Yeah,
Don't get us started, man.
Do they just not like money? Like I don't understand them. They're crazy.
I think we didn't mention it at all. Part 1 comes out on the 11th, and then every other part comes out on the 12th, which is really good.
Yep.
So like, they really are pushing for the 12th to be like the top grossing day, and I think that the reason why Saturn is coming out on a separate part is because they probably want to try to achieve multiple top grossing days across the anniversary period.
Yeah, they're just milking.
Yeah, I think that's because they know they're gonna make coin on Saturn, irrespective of how good or bad the unit is. Like it's free money, so putting it on a separate part probably just means like easier chance to make some coin. So, yeah, 100%. Second part of that question. Also, do you think we will double dip with Kuma for One Piece Day in a couple months, considering where we are in the story? Good question. Good point. I guess it just depends.
But...
It depends on like if they wanted to put Kuma on the anniversary, like the 11th Anni. Like they have so much leverage to do so, but I guess they don't really need to. But then on the contrary, what else do they kind of put on the Anni banner then? I guess like for part 3, so it's kind of a tough, weird little space to be in more than anything, I think. So, yeah, we'll have to wait and see on that one, 100%. Next question from fuck, I hate. You all see this guy's name, man? Matt Ussi won. Fucking that's disgusting.
Hey, yo.
He's a Stump fan as well. Makes sense. Stump the Goat. I'm happy to see they added a celebrity of your caliber. I have a few questions for the whole podcast. All right, this guy glazing. We're pouring honey on the goat. You know what I'm saying? No, you see that, man? You see Joey's run at Milwaukee?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so
Yeah,
hyped.
honey got it on the joke.
Yeah, call him the joke. I'm pouring honey on the goat. I'm pouring honey on the joke.
Yes, sir.
That was so good. Anyway, question 1. Is it true that anything and everything can kill you in Australia? And what experience that you had that you almost had an accident from an insect or animal? I don't think I've had any animal.
No.
I'm sure Stump has. Surely you have, mate.
I mean, a couple of run-ins with snakes and stuff, but nothing that's bit me yet. But I used to work at Taronga Zoo, so used to do a lot of work down there. But yeah, like not really. Like people like the concept that Australia has every like insect and snake that'll just kill you. Like they're really not that common unless you live in the outback, but they're not that common at all. And the ones that are common, they just don't go near. So yeah, nothing really. Nothing. Sorry, was that?
The only thing I've like come into contact with that I guess would be classified as deadly is like a redback spider. Like we've got redback spiders on our property back home.
That's true. Redback, yeah.
Yeah, I mean they're somewhat common, but like if you just know what you're doing, you shouldn't really have to worry about stuff like that.
Squash them motherfuckers, man. I know Stump will hate me for saying that, but fuck
they kind of like live under the stairs and stuff. Like how often are you like getting under your stairs and they're in
what's your Harry
spots
Potter?
Just don't leave your shoes outside. Like if you go riding bikes or whatever, don't like leave your helmet outside. Like you gotta like keep it in. You just gotta keep stuff that you put on your body in storage where animals can't get to it, basically.
Pretty much. But I don't know. I hear stories about people in like Canada and stuff. They're like, "Oh yeah, bear came through my backyard and it was fine." I'm like, let's talk about Australia like this shit.
That's
You've got
scary
bears
shit.
I
in
know,
here,
right?
What do you mean?
Like-
That's scary as hell.
I'd
Yeah,
much
that's
rather
what I'm
encounter a
saying.
venomous snake or a spider than a
Yeah.
fucking bear. Yeah.
Like redback spiders that bite, you get a little bit sick, or actually probably a little bit more than just a little bit sick. I shouldn't downplay that, but you like they used to kill you, not so much anymore. But like you can take a redback spider. Like I'm pretty sure
You
I can't
can
take a grizzly
take
bear.
it.
Like,
I'll fight it. I'm swinging 100 men versus one redback
Like-
spider. Fuck the gorilla, man.
and for the one guy in the comment that's like, yeah, but you can't take a crocodile. It's like crocodiles, they're not.
Hey,
common.
man, if Steve
the one-
Irwin could do it, I can do it, man. That's on God, too.
Okay, don't put you on yourself on that. That man did it. That man is a fucking icon, all right?
Am I not? Am I not an Australian icon myself?
Bro, you live in Canberra. Like, move out of Canberra.
Hey,
first and
capital
before.
baby, hold that. Once again, I'm.
Bro,
I'm
you're the deadliest thing in Canberra. That's saying anything,
Call me a fucking
Speaking
weapon,
of-
mate.
Yes, sir.
Speaking of this conversation, my good buddy Nick, he sent us this video in the group chat the other day.
Yep.
It's like a little 10-second video. You should check that out.
All right.
What is
It was outside his house.
That's a fucking bear.
Huge.
It's huge.
Oh my god, it's coming.
Oh my God, it's coming. Why is he getting back inside, you freak?
But yeah, that's scary as fuck.
That's so scary. What are you talking about,
Like-
dude?
That kind of stuff doesn't happen in Australia. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Hey, we need to get him on the podcast. See if he fucking fought that bear or not. You know what I'm saying? Let's make it happen, dude. All right. Are you guys caught up with the manga? If so, what are your speculations for the Elbaf arc? Which Straw Hat would get an upgrade, whether it be a Devil Fruit or a power up?
I don't really know, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't know
Like,
either.
From
It's
where,
kind of-
If
From
anyone,
where-
it'll
from
be
where-
Usopp, right?
Usopp should, in theory.
yeah, I mean, from where we're at in it right now, it doesn't really seem like that's the direction it's going in.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I guess we'll see. I mean, I don't know if I'd say we're early in the arc. We're
Shout out
like,
Gaban, man.
maybe a
Fuck, he's the
quarter in.
goat. Gaban's the fucking goat. That's my hero.
yeah,
right
we
there.
got there's other shit going on.
There's so much other shit going on besides powering up, bro. We got politics. We got like bureaucracy. We got like sacrificing history. We ain't even in the power up realm right now for the manga at the moment. So
Yeah, I mean, the thing I'm most excited for. I mean, I'm sure most people are, is kind of seeing the dynamic between Loki and Luffy.
yes,
Like whenever we like get back to that, that's gonna be really crazy. Maybe seeing an interaction between Garland and Luffy. I'm sure that's gonna happen. Whether I don't think they're gonna like fight or like clash, but like maybe like a conversation or like him deceptively thinking it's like it's Shanks or like something like that. Then there's like all this shit that's going on with like Robin now, so
Yep.
it's definitely definitely getting crazy. The introduction of like the other Holy Knights. Yeah, there's a lot. I've seen like a general reception of people, which not that it matters, that people aren't really that interested in this arc.
that's
Which
crazy.
is kind of crazy.
That's
Yeah,
you were not a
Yeah.
One Piece
Yeah, I don't-
fan.
yeah, a
you
lot-
were not a
yeah.
One Piece
People,
fan.
I don't know.
man.
People like I guess maybe coming from Egghead, where it was like
Sure.
like stupid crazy, like every chapter, like sure I get it. And beginning of One Piece arcs are notoriously like slow-ish. But I don't know. I've enjoyed Egghead, so I mean Elbaf so far.
Absolutely. Last part. What are your thoughts on Marvel Rivals, and what characters are your favorite to play? And what do you think about how they did Emma Frost? And what characters are you guys excited to see in the future? I've never played Marvel Rivals, and I have no intention to do so.
No, never played it.
I played Marvel Rivals on release. I haven't played it this entire year. When I did play it, I liked it. It's basically Overwatch, like you can consider like maybe a better variation.
Yeah,
but that's
hero shooter. It's a
depending
hero
on
shooter.
taste. Yeah, it's a hero shooter. It's really good for what it is.
Yeah,
Emma Frost,
she's kind of bad.
Giga Mother. Characters
seen the
that I'm
images.
expecting.
Knights like them
Characters
on
I'm
Twitter.
expecting in the future.
That's Jersey.
I don't. I don't think Deadpool's in the game yet.
I don't think so.
I'm pretty sure he's
No.
not. So probably Deadpool. A little bit more of like X-Men representation. Shit, maybe with the popularity of Thunderbolts, maybe
I was
they'll
gonna
throw those
say, yeah,
Thunders
that's
in there.
that one makes sense. Absolutely.
But yeah,
There we go. Next question from Laskax. I don't know. Will the new Psy units get this type back in the Rumble meta? There you go. Those are actually multiple questions. This is the second last question. Stump, thoughts? Yes or no?
Stay back in the Rumble meta. Yes, it's definitely possible, but I think they're still not there. I think they need like one more like really good size Straw Hat character to like push them over the edge.
There you go. That's the go to Rumble right there. Is the quantity of free gems just covering for a much more expensive red structure, Annie? Is it actually worse than less gems, but just one batch release? That makes no sense. I apologize.
Yeah, that's very hard to understand.
But I'm assuming, like, look, at the end of the day, the amount of free gems we're getting is enough to do summons, and then that's just how the game's always worked. And they've also given out a crap ton of free gems in the last like 3 months, and this month will probably double or triple that as well. So, like, you just have to be cognizant of what you're pulling, how much you're pulling, where you're pulling, like, and probably just pausing for the most part. Like, you could just do 10 multis on part 1, then stop, and then play the events, and then wait for part 2 to come out for Saturn, and then kind of go from there. That's also a potential route. I don't know. Just be cognizant. Do you speculate that the new Annie parts will be integrated into TM and Kazuna banners? Potentially. Probably Kazuna banner most likely for Saturn's release, and potentially TM banner for 6 Plus Zoro. We'll see. Is the lack of rare tablets like Final Type Rush and Tandem making level 5 futile to consider altogether? Should we consider a level 1 for most case players? Yeah, absolutely should consider level 1 for most cases. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's not the tablets that's the problem, it's the damage cap.
Yes, absolutely. Level 1's
Like-
fine. Like, it works great.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of, like, even if you got to level 5, like, you're still going to be stopped regardless. So it doesn't really matter all too much. Being a few months in, how important has it been for a unit to have Rumble Super Special? It's really good. It adds a lot of dynamic to the game. But you can only use 3 of them per match, so just keep that in the back of your mind. But obviously it adds another layer of strategy to Rumble. If a unit has...
Wait, can you?
What
News
was
to
it?
me.
Pardon?
Can you only use 3 Rumble spots, super Rumble spots per match?
Yeah, per match, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, damn. Okay. We haven't had enough of them
This
to
the
release
guy.
three,
I
like-
just called the Rumble Goat. He's more like the Rumble fucking
Yeah, I know.
Scroat.
It's like crazy.
Fucking Rumble Scroat.
Well,
over
we
there,
haven't had
man.
enough. We haven't had enough characters on the same team to have like
3 of
multiple,
them on the same
like,
team, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. Okay.
I think it's
That's
like
gonna be
once
interesting moving
you
forward.
use a Rumble special, you can't use it again, I think is also the case.
Yeah, that's always been a
Yeah,
always
so
been
then
a
you
plan, but,
can't.
like,
So you can only. So it's only valuable having 3 units that can use Rumble specials at any time. On the
yeah,
team.
you're maxed out. Interesting. Alright.
Fucking this guy's the Rumble Scroat, mate. Fucking hell.
Absolutely.
If unit has a captain ability, hugely boosting damage but lacking utility, Luffy, Zoro, Sanji, and use Gear 5, does it make it much less viable or not after the boosted period? Do you think that they will counter this with the damage rebalance? I mean, yes and no. It's all like kind of content dependent, I suppose. Like, so I don't know if it's kind of 6 of one, half dozen of the other kind of approach to it. It's like obviously Unga Bunga damage is very good, but utility is just as important.
Well, I think I feel like the Gear 5 Luffy will definitely see a lot of play in like super bosses moving forward.
Yeah.
Especially the fact that the character covers both the attack and your orb boost, where like normally you got like 10th anniversary Ace, for example, where he is your orb booster. He can potentially give you an attack boost, but it's not the highest attack boost ever.
Yeah.
Whereas this guy, he gives you 2 solid buffs, which can open up some spots on your crew for other things. The issue is that he does cover both Zoro and Sanji, so it means you can't use Zoro Sanji dual unit. But I feel like the lack of utility in his captain will mean that usability in other content will probably go down, but the sheer damage numbers that they provide, they'll probably see constant play in Super Boss until they inevitably power creep with the new Luffy.
There you go.
And stuff.
And stuff and things and stuff. All right, last question. We've been here so long. I apologize to the gents, but last question from Wankerfella, as always. Hey fellas, since you guys have stumped Daddy Gacha on the episode today, I'm going to keep the question simple this time. Oh, thanks. That's wonderful. Fucking hell. What has been the biggest adjustment or surprise for you since becoming? I guess these are all for Stump. Rapid fire for Stumpy. What has been the biggest adjustment or surprise for you since becoming a dad?
Actually, it's a really hard question because like you're like well prepared going into it, to be honest. But I feel like it's and it might sound weird, but like the lack of sleep. Like you're gonna get lack of sleep, but like once you get the sleep back, and then you have a night where like you lose a bit of sleep, something might happen. It hits you tenfold, and you're like, holy fuck, how was I doing this for like 3 months where I was getting like 4 hours sleep a night constantly and getting shit done, and now I'm getting like 8-9 hours. I get 1 4 hour sleep, and it's the end of the world. So it's a cliche answer, but yeah, lack of sleep.
Probably the time issue, right?
My issue is
Ah,
having
that's
less time with Stump. It's been kind of pissing me off.
Yeah,
you know?
time. You lose a lot of time, like a lot of time for yourself more than anything.
Absolutely.
Gain a lot of time elsewhere, but
What has been
Yeah.
the best advice you've gotten about being a dad?
don't stress as much. Don't stress about little things. If they fall over, if they bump their head, if they make a mess, it's not the end of the world.
You tell him to clean it up. Fucking
Yeah.
little idiot. Clean that shit
You'll
up.
be waiting a
man.
long time.
Little shit.
I think the best advice I've gotten and can give is to cherish every day with your child as they grow up so fast that every week there is something new. And every time you think
No, fuck that. No, honestly, like there is like my partner says this all the time. Like, oh, I want to go back to the newborn stage. I'm like, no, fuck that stage.
That's the goat right
nothing.
there. That's the
boring
goat.
as shit. Get him walking. Get him talking. Let's fucking like.
Get him
Like,
playing,
drawing
get
a
him
wall and
grinding
shit,
treasure
like,
map.
I want him
Hello, why do we
Yes,
give birth to
sir.
him, man? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, yeah. But no, seriously. But in all seriousness, yes, do cherish those moments, but at the same time, be excited for the stuff in front of you.
Absolutely. And every time you think it is hard raising a child, just remember all the love you give the child will be reciprocated unconditionally. And that is the best feeling in the world. Nah, man. Fucking my parents hate me. What the fuck? What do you mean, bro? What is one piece of advice you can give to the crew if they were to be a dad sometime soon? All right, Stump, hit us with the dad law. What's the advice you'd give us, man?
I don't really know about Flame Knight too much, especially that Knight guy. He sounds a bit sus. So I don't know.
Yo!
That's crazy.
Not doing nothing but strays this episode. It's so good. Oh no, yeah, fuck. This is the episode we put Knight back in the pocket. Well done, guys. Well done. Good collaboration,
Yeah,
everyone.
what the fuck? Hell no. All right, I'm gonna say something racist.
Whoa!
That's crazy.
I don't know. I'm not really good with advice unless it's like struck upon me, but yeah, I don't know. Just enjoy it. Just
being
enjoy
dad.
it.
All right,
Just
now,
enjoy it.
Now onto the real shit on the OPTC side of things. What are your guys' thoughts on the new Frankie voice? It threw me for a loop the first few times. I'm not sure if I'll ever get used to it. Is there any other character in One Piece that you think they could revoice better? I'm thinking Kenjiro Tsuda as Shanks or Law would have been a solid choice. Cheers from Canada, Obi-Wan's father. Yeah, that's right. He called his son Obi-Wan or something like that. I remember that.
I don't like the Frankie voice, to be honest.
Yeah,
like I don't
that's
think
fair.
it's a bad voice.
No,
it
he's
just
not a bad voice
does
actor
not
in the
fit him at all.
slightest. But it's just so
just
weird to
doesn't
get
fit.
used to, you know? It's very odd.
I think the best representation of a fix in a voice actor, or not fix, but an update, was Kizaru. I think
Yeah.
Kizaru's new voice actor is really good.
I totally agree with that.
Yeah.
They did a really good job. Like the new Kizaru actor did a really good job with like maintaining how the original actor portrayed
Yeah.
Kizaru, but then it's like you can tell that it is slightly different, but
Yeah.
it's pretty accurate. Like it's pretty spot on.
I forgot that Kizaru got a new voice actor. I totally forgot.
Yeah, it was-
that.
Yeah, that's
quite a while
that's how
ago.
good it is.
Yeah, like I totally
Frankie
forgot it
is-
was. Far out.
The Frankie
yeah.
is very jarring. Like when I hear it, like there's
I-
times like I'm like watching something, I'm not paying attention, I hear it, and like I gotta lock in. I'm like, oh shit, is that like a new character? Like what the
Well,
fuck?
it's just like I miss the Frankie like rolling the R's, like you know when he's about to like say anything like in any sentence at all, and it's like this
Yeah.
guy just doesn't like. He sounds great as a voice actor, but like when you're so used to like that very unique voice of Frankie, it's really tough to kind of think otherwise.
Yeah, that. I was gonna say that would be like, God forbid, like if Like if Luffy's voice actress passed away, and like if they replaced that voice actress, it would be like very
Oh
jarring.
no, I don't think I
Man.
could do it, man. Mate,
It'd be harder
yeah.
than selecting the new pope.
absolutely.
Yeah.
I could have. I should become the Pope, man. Fuck that. What's her name? Mayumi Tanaka, I think is her name. Yeah, that's irreplaceable. Like you gotta
It's
AI
like,
voice, man. I don't know. You gotta do something.
The new Frankie voice being so jarring reminds me of like consistently as a kid I'd watch like Dragon Ball Z, and then when I first heard the Japanese voice actor for the first time, like, wait, what the
Yeah.
fuck? That's not Goku.
What
That
the
sounds
hell?
completely different. What the hell?
And then you find out it's a woman. You're like, oh my god, why
Yeah,
is a woman
what?
voicing a man? What the fuck? And then you realize like it's kind of based still. You're like, oh yeah, I see it. That's
Yeah,
a
you
lot.
get used to it.
Yeah, man, that's it. Cool. That's gents. That's 11th anniversary episode done. Thank you so much, Stump. Take the mic for anyone who's still listening at this point. You want to give yourself a shout out? Tell us what's been going on. What you got planned going forward? By all means.
No, just the usual stuff. Appreciate being on, guys, and it's been too long. We'll have to tee it up a little bit more often, I feel. But yeah, make sure to hit like and subscribe and hit the join button. Get some more members in
Get
this,
some more
guys.
shmoney,
Give
man.
these boys some support.
We need some shmoney, man. We're all broke. I ain't got money no more, man. I'm broke. But if you
That's a lie. He
Mate,
knows
That
it.
is a lie. That is a lie.
what the fuck? Hey, yo,
Ain't gonna lie.
what the hell? Yo, whoa.
It's 2025. We pocket watching.
Yeah. Nah, we all know Pappy's got money. I got a son now, so I don't have any money. So I'm hitting Pappy
Damn,
up
I
for
got
loans.
fucking
That's how I know.
put on
That's how I know he's got money.
That's so good. We has all Stump socials will be down in the description. Make sure you go like, sub, follow, donate. I don't know. He might stream, he might not. He might make a video, he might not. I don't know what that guy's gonna do, but make sure you're gonna support him there. But while you're also down there, you can go to our Linktree link, that is linktr.ee/perfect. You can go find us on all of our socials. You can find us on Twitter @GGP Podcast. You can find us everywhere else that does a podcast. Audio versions are all over the place. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, name a few. Whilst you're also down there, make sure you go like, sub, follow, donate to Flame, Knight, Todd, and myself. We would greatly appreciate it. I don't know, man. Maybe Knight makes an anniversary video. I don't know. Make sure you go down there and sub to him just to find out, just in case. Maybe Flame does 60 multis. I don't know.
Ooh.
Make sure you go down there and follow, because you never know what's going to happen. You might sell one of those PSA cards and do some multis, okay? But with that being said, though, I've been Captain Poppy, joined by Stump, Knight, Flame, and Todd. Thank you guys for this episode. Talk to you guys next time. Peace.
Bye.
Bye.
Right.